Well, hello, everyone, and a pleasant, good Friday evening to you. We welcome you to the Hillsboro Sports Complex here tonight, yourliveevent.com, and our coverage of high school athletics. Tonight from Hillsboro, it is a battle of the number 2 and the number 3 teams in state class 2A football. It is the undefeated Kindred Vikings taking on the 6-1 Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. A pivotal late season matchup here. Both teams looking for the region regular season championship with that the home field advantage throughout the Class 2A playoffs. We thank you for joining us here tonight. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show, and it continues after this on yourliveevent.com.
Knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
All jobs are essential, especially yours. In District 20, your team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert will focus on strengthening our economy and job creation. They believe in increased funding for K-12 education and strong support for Mayville State. As farmers, Lem, Belts, and Hagert know that agriculture will always be the backbone of the North Dakota economy. Elect your District 20 team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert.
Paid for by friends of Mike Belts, Ham Johnson, treasurer.
So, what exactly is value? It's something you believe in to your very core, like empowering our community and answering to customers, not shareholders. And value is about worth, true worth, like reliable, affordable energy from Hillsboro Public Utilities. We work for you because we believe in the same things you do. Affordable, community-owned, dependable electric service. That's the value of power. Learn more at hillsboro-nd.com.
As the leaves fall and the yard work continues, Wright Cub Cadet reminds you they repair and fix lawn and garden equipment. Lawn tractors, mowers, tillers, whatever color, you can have those lawn and garden machines repaired at Wright Cub Cadet in Hillsboro. Stop at their business on the corner of Highway 81 and Caledonia in Hillsboro, or call 701-636-5692. For new Cub Cadet lawn and garden equipment, stop in and see what's available to make your yard work easier. Wright Cub Cadet, Hillsboro.
When it comes to insurance, you should be confident that you're choosing the best option. I'm Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro. Let's find and discuss the best insurance policy for your home, auto, farm, life, or business. Stop in to see Ryan Updahl or I at our Hillsboro office, or give us a call at 701-436-5777, or toll free at 1-800-498-5777. This is Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, and we look forward to doing business with you.
Down here. Back here, yourliveevent.com, our Irie Insurance pregame show. Brady Stevens with you up in the booth. Jim Berkemeyer down on the field. It's Radar and Burt tonight back with you. We've also got Mark Forseth up above us doing the camera work, and right next to me we've got Keith Meyer manning the computer for us here tonight. Let's meet the two teams. We'll start out with the visitors here tonight in the Kindred Vikings. A tough, weird season with COVID-19. Unfortunately, the Vikings have been hit, probably one of the hardest hit teams in the state of North Dakota this season. Coming in here to tonight in week number 8. They've only played 4 games this season. Early on in early September, they unfortunately had to have a game canceled against Turtle Mountain, as the Braves are not playing fall sports this season. And then during the middle part of September, unfortunately, a couple of COVID positive cases had to shut the team down for a couple of weeks. Had to suspend the season for 2 weeks. So through 7 weeks, only able to get 4 games in so far, but all 4 of them have been victories. Victories against Northern Cass, Hazen, Central Cass, and Wahpeton. And a big one here tonight, but against Hillsboro-Central Valley, 2 teams still undefeated in region play. Let's talk with the head coach for the Kindred Vikings, Coach Matt Crane.
It's been a tough season for all, but man, you've been hit hard at some points during this year.
Yeah, we had a little spell where we had to go out for 2 weeks, which was unfortunate, and then we also had situation which Turtle Mountain ended up pulling the plug. So, we're sitting here at 4 games, and, the rest of the state obviously getting 3 more than us. So it's, it's a bummer, but, we're happy that we're back and we're playing football because, it could go the other way for us.
Just talk about kind of what the aspect, the mentalness has kind of just been for the team with that, the spell of that, some uncertainty and, kind of all throughout the season.
Yeah, and and that's something we talk about with the kids. At the beginning of the year was just from day one, enjoy the moment because we don't know what tomorrow is going to look like, and they've really taken it to heart. Our practices have been great, and obviously we've had some success so far in the game. So, they are taking it, one day at a time and enjoying, every second we have together.
Health-wise, as we kind of hit October, obviously most players a little bit banged up, a little bit dinged, and, like you mentioned with the COVID, but I guess kind of how's the health of the team going in here tonight?
We're doing all right. We had a big loss with Eli Heinrich went out in the Central Cass game. He's one of our talented running backs, so we'll miss him tonight for sure. But other than that, knock on wood, we've been pretty healthy so far this year.
As we move now to tonight, a big game here. You and Hillsboro-Central Valley, both teams, undefeated in region play, and this will go a long way towards the region championship, getting those home games for the playoffs.
Yeah, we know it's a big game tonight, and we know, how talented of an opponent we have in Hillsboro-Central Valley, and how well they're coached. So our boys are going to be ready. We're excited to have the opportunity to compete for a region championship, and we know it's going to go through here tonight.
Burrow's a run first team. The Vikings so far pretty good on the defensive side on your run defense, only allowing a little over 50 yards per game. How important will that be again tonight to try to limit the stable of running backs that the Burrows have?
It'll be everything. We know that that is their bread and butter is to get the ball on the ground and move the chains. So just like any opponent that we have, we try to take away what they do well, and that's going to be the focus tonight.
With the game matchup here, two equal kind of teams, like-minded teams, just how important is it, limiting the mistakes, not turning the ball over, not committing those stupid penalties, and just I guess ball control really?
That's kind of been our Achilles heel on offense. We've done very well so far this year offensively. The only times that it seems like we're really slowing down is when we're putting the ball on the ground. So when you have a game like this one tonight, every possession matters, and every single play is crucial. So we've got to be smart. We've got to have 2 hands on the ball and watch everything in, because it could come back at the end of the game. One play will win it for either side.
What's the key for the Vikings to pick up a victory here tonight?
It's stop the run. Stop the run and control the line of scrimmage, because we know that they'll be bringing pressure, and we're going to have to handle it.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Kindred Viking head coach Matt Crane joined us on our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit them online, irieins.com. Take another break, then we'll be back. We'll talk with the head coach for the Burrows, Coach Scott Olson. That's next on yourliveevent.com.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
yourliveevent.com. Let's talk with the head coach for the Burrows of Hillsboro-Central Valley, Coach Scott Olson, down on the field with Jim Berkemeyer.
Well, thank you, Radar, and Scott, good to be back with you doing a broadcast here with yourliveevent.com tonight. Kindred comes to town. It's your final regular season home game. That's always exciting, but also playing for a potential region regular season championship. Your football team, though, let's start with needs to play better tonight than how you played last week.
Yeah, for sure. We have to move the ball on offense. We can't have games like that and expect to win games. We were able to force turnovers, and that was a big thing. We do that tonight, and we move the ball on offense. It's going to be a good night for the Burros.
You guys have been able to force turnovers throughout the season. Your takeaway, giveaway, you guys are a very positive number.
Yeah, no, we are, and we have to continue to do that. And we preach that in practice, and it just helps our offense.
How much did your guys up front recognize and really able to just learn this week watching film from last week? It's not because of lack of effort. I think there's just some stunting going on and maybe a little confusion.
Yeah, no, it's we have to be more consistent in our communication and who we got and who we don't got, and it's something that's fixable, and hopefully we learn from it. And we were able to win last week still, and but we want to win a little cleaner than that.
Kindred prides themselves in so far through their 4 games being able to shut down the run. They know they have to do that against you tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best running the ball against them. They're a stout defense. Number 3 is the real deal at D end, and I think if we match up with Caden all night, so it'll be a good matchup for both offense defense.
Well, and okay, let's flip the sides. Your defense been doing some bending, but not much breaking. Tonight, maybe reduce the bend and just have more stoppage, huh?
Yeah, I'd have more years of my life if we reduced the bending. But it's I love our crew. We battle. We hustle to the ball. We tackle well. It's just figuring out what they're going to run, and if they keep running over and over again, we got to be able to stop it eventually. And I think we did that eventually in the fourth quarter and in overtime. But recognition and it's a lot of focus right now. Focus, attention to detail. This team needs to do better at that.
This defensive side, though, this group of athletes and speed, they are getting better, and I think they're starting to learn the game a little bit as they go, aren't they?
Yeah, we still got a lot of new guys out there, and at this point of the year, we're making some mistakes that we shouldn't be making. We'll figure that if we don't figure it out, we're not going to be reach our primary goal of region championship, and that's something that we'll do tonight.
You talked about their number 3. You're well aware of their number 3 when he's on their offensive side of the ball. A big target.
Yeah, you'll see Parker matched up against him all night, and he's the real deal, and he gets a lot of deep balls, and he's really good hands, and McQuillan can see over the defense, and they're the quarterback, and he's a good quarterback, and we gotta get hits on him and put a little pressure in his face.
What else have you told your guys in the scouting of this Kindred team tonight?
Just they're solid. They won't make mistakes, and we need to be ready for that.
Biggest keys to have success, what are they?
Our push on offensive line. We got to rush for more than 2 yards. It's something we emphasize, and then taking care of the ball and creating turnovers.
Scott, thanks. Good to see you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Scott Olson, head coach for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. Number 2, number 3 here in the region play tonight on yourliveevent.com. That's why we play the game, and we're happy that we're able to get another one in tonight as the two teams are healthy. For the most part, as far as injuries, and it's a late season football. Crisp, beautiful night. The wind is reduced. We're ready to get it on down here on the field tonight.
Absolutely. Burke down on the field. Thanks so much. We'll have more of the Ira Insurance pregame show. That's next. yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the fresh, and the delivery service from the Utter Guy. Nobody does it like the Utter Guy. Every week, we get the C-Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Big Tex is a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Ben at 701-261-9779 or Tim at 701-430-0877.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Radar back with you as we inch closer to kickoff here tonight, as we'll bring Burke down back on the field. And Burke, these two teams, it's really power versus power. The Burros, a ground and pound physical offensive team, and so far through the first 4 games, Kindred very good at limiting the opponent's rushing.
Oh, absolutely. As you said earlier in our previous segment, they only allow 54 yards a game. I think that's the key thing to look at tonight. Everybody knows when you're playing Hillsboro-Central Valley defensively, you need to stop their run. That's what Central Cass had great success with last week, and the Burros just difficulties up front. It wasn't that they struggled, it was more of confusion. As I spent some time chatting with assistant coach, offensive coordinator Nathan Walsh, he said the biggest problem was, he said, our lineman just said, oh, well, defensively, I have you, but you're moving this way, so I'm going to follow you, instead of them just staying there and making the block of the guy that was coming in that gap. So they watched film, they talked about it, and I think you're going to see, obviously, the coaching staff wants to see, they need to see a better performance there tonight, because this Kindred team, they're solid. They're athletic. They've got guys that will make big plays. So it's their defensive Kindred, who's been shutting the run down all year, against the Burros offense that wants to, as Coach Olson talked about, no surprise, pound it or grind it, and just keep going straight forward with the offensive attack, mixing in the air game when they can. The other side, Brady, talk about this Hillsboro-Central Valley defense. They truly, there is no cliche in this. It's a fact. They have bent a lot throughout this season, but they have not been broken many times, and they have the knack so far this season to come up with a big play when they've needed it. They are a very positive, I think off the top of my head, a positive 10 in takeaway, giveaway throughout the season from their opponents. They will try to strip that ball tonight because, as even Coach Matt Crane said for Kindred, if they've had some sort of an Achilles heel, it's been they've been putting the ball on the ground. And this well-coached Hillsboro-Central Valley football team has been seeing that on film, and it's part of their defensive thing where they will try to strip that football loose. Turnovers and that defense of Kindred against the Burros ground game. Who wins both of those categories tonight? I think you got to win both of them if you're going to win this game tonight.
Yeah, cliche is special teams penalties. Those are the kind of the keys to a football game like this, but it's a cliche for a reason. Definitely will be kind of the X factor is who can force a couple of turnovers, who can convert on important third downs, on some fourth downs as well, and keep the ball in their offensive hands and just ground and pound 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's kind of that football game here tonight.
Well, and the other thing is throughout my career, if I talk about an individual matchup, it's because I'm just excited to personally see it. You've got a young cornerback in Parker Gallagher who is really, really starting to get recognized, not only in this region, but across the state. I think he's got 6 interceptions. He's been making plays, leads the team in tackles when you look at the stats. And then you've got Mr. McKinney, the 6'3" receiver. He's a stud for Kindred. That is going to be a fun matchup tonight. Best on best, if you want to say that. And I know it's only high school football and it's a team game, but I'm looking forward to that matchup tonight.
Yeah, definitely will be an intriguing one to follow along here tonight. Also important for this game is when you get to the region standings, Hillsboro-Central Valley has already guaranteed one home playoff game, home playoff game in the quarterfinal round, but a win tonight, regular season region champions, and that all-important home field throughout, getting that second home playoff game, the semifinal game. And
if
the Burros,
they get there.
If they get there, obviously, but definitely is important because the Burros have shown when they play at the Hillsboro Sports Complex, they're a tough defeat.
Well, and in the big picture, you want to be playing well tonight. With a game to go next week to wrap up the regular season, this is the time now. All right, we're into mid-October. You better put the big boots on and you better strap up the suspenders and lock it in, because this is the time of the year where everybody's hunting for the big trophy, and you got to be able to knock down who's on the other side, stand up, and this is where you start to grow up. If you haven't grown up, you better start doing it now.
One thing I'd like to point out, and that is, my wish for this game and for all the teams, across the state, I just hope they can all keep playing so that the best teams get the chance to show their skills, get the chance to compete for a title, and not have their chances thrown by the wayside by this blasted COVID thing. It's taken away so much from our lives in the last 6 months, 7, 8 months, whatever it might be. Let the kids play, and just say a prayer that these kids stay healthy, stay clean, and that, the best teams get a chance to go after that title that they're looking for.
As I said on the sideline earlier tonight, to segue with that, we get another one in tonight, and every night that we get to watch a game, broadcast a game, and these athletes play a game, it's a bonus. We should be thankful.
Absolutely. All of us are here that are able to bring this coverage to you each and every game. As we'll take another quick pause on the Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll be back with more, including starting lineups, coming up, yourliveevent.com.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro.
Harvest is here, and that means we need to be careful. This is Reed with Irie Insurance, and we want to take a minute to make sure everyone across North Dakota and Minnesota not only have a safe harvest, but to remind others to pay extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. Farmers, have a great harvest, and everyone else be safe too. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Dagelman Industries is hiring for the following full-time positions at their Hillsboro location: welders, assembly workers, warehouse workers, and general laborers. Dagelman provides a 4 or 5 day work week schedule, industry-leading pay, and a benefits package, on-the-job training, opportunities for advancement, and a work culture that is second to none. To apply, call 701-636-1876 or email usajobs@dagelman.com or stop by the Hillsboro office and fill out an application. Dagelman Industries, Hillsboro, North Dakota.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Findlay Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Findlay Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or reoccurring maintenance. Call 701-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Findlay or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at findlaymotors.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Well, as we're back tonight, yourliveevent.com, broadcasting from the Hillsboro Sports Complex, Kindred's Vikings and the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. Brady will be getting to our starting lineups in just a moment. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show tonight, and we thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Irie Insurance, talk with them when you're looking for your crop insurance and insurance for your family and farm and personal needs. IrieInsurance.com to find your local agents. Field conditions here real quick, Brady. Excellent. Great. Field's always, well manicured and green grass here in mid-October, and this is fabulous. Fabulous field conditions. The weather is great for tonight's football.
Absolutely. It looks like it. It looks just absolutely beautiful. The able to take care of it, and it looks like a nice, fun place. Should not be any issues whatsoever as well here tonight on yourliveevent.com, as we'll have our starting lineups here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Starting lineups are brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Discover career opportunities online at crystalsugar.com. Hillsboro-Central Valley, they won the toss. They elected to defer, so the Kindred Vikings, they will receive. So the Viking offense to start tonight. The tackles here tonight are senior number 60, Max Vikander, and sophomore number 56, Blake Huska. The guards are junior number 52, Jacob Hyatt, and junior number 66, Colin Lundy. And the center is sophomore number 68, Mason Nipstad. In the backfield for the Vikings, their running backs are number 22, Jorgen Swenson, a sophomore. Also a sophomore, number 24, Trey Heinrich. The tight end is number 3, a junior, Ethan McKinney. Wide receivers for the Vikings are senior number 9, Matthew Pearson, and junior number 12, Caleb Kablundi. The quarterback is junior number 5, Max McQuillan. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, their defense. On the defensive line, it is senior number 68, Dylan By, junior number 75, Barrett Willison, and senior number 58, Cody Hewitt. The linebackers for the Burros are senior number 26, Luke Dryberg, senior number 59, Caden Pastion, sophomore number 24, Cole Hebel, junior number 4, Gavin Mitzel, and junior number 15, Jace Lushik. Cornerbacks for the Burros, junior number 6, Alex Cotton, and junior number 7, Parker Gallagher. The safety for the Burros is senior number 5, Sam Preston. Burros wearing their home blue uniforms with white numerals, blue pants with white stripes down the side, and the white helmet with a blue stripe and the HCV logo on either side. For the Kindred Vikings, they are wearing the road whites with blue numerals, blue pants with a white stripe, blue helmet with a white stripe, and white numbers on either side of the helmets. Those are your starting laps here tonight, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Discover career opportunities online, crystalsugar.com. Our officials here tonight as well: Jeremy Carney, Kyle Orednick, Ryan Geller, Mark Sandman, and Dylan Dunn are your officials here tonight. Take another pause, then we'll be back as we get closer to kickoff on yourliveevent.com.
When you're way, way out in farm country, right in the middle of harvest, there's nobody watching. No audience, no crowd, the only bright lights beam from a combine. And they're not pointing at you. All that's here is a field. It may not look like a place of glory, but there's still a winner. There's still a score. And for many farmers who planted golden harvest corn this year, Victory is about to set in. Talk to Tim Kazette Seed Sales, 701-430-0877. There's a lot to love about Hillsboro, North Dakota. Top-notch school district with fantastic facilities and growing enrollment. Great healthcare and friendly people. Nestled between two of North Dakota's largest cities, Hillsboro embodies a small-town atmosphere that is sure to make you feel right at home. The HEDC and City of Hillsboro invites you to pay a visit and experience Hillsboro. Visit hillsboro-nd.com to learn more about Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity.
Hi, I'm Sam Preston, a student athlete at Hillsboro High School. The pandemic has affected all of us, and nobody likes having to deal with it, but we have to deal with it. And some of the ways we deal with it includes wearing a mask, keeping your distance from other fans, and staying home if you don't feel well. And if you are asked to quarantine, please follow the instructions and the state recommended guidelines. These guidelines are for us student athletes as well as fans. We want to play, you want to watch, so please follow these state of North Dakota guidelines and help us save our season.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
Back here, yourliveevent.com. National anthem has been sung. Both teams huddling up, getting their final words of encouragement. And Burke, as we get to the later in the season, the temperatures are a little bit cooler. The wind is slowed down a little bit, but there is a little bit of a breeze, and this feels like some football weather here tonight.
Certainly does. I can feel it in the air tonight, as Phil Collins would sing, and we're ready to go here. And this is fun. This is exciting, and it's good. Personally, I'll say to be back on the sidelines with Borough football. I wasn't able to make the trip to Devil's Lake, and last week none of us were able to go to Central Cast. So here we are. Top two teams in the region, number 2, number 3. The Burros are going to be kicking away, and here is Radar, who's got it all dialed in for the opening kickoff with yourliveevent.com.
Thanks, Burke. Number 7, Parker Gallagher, set to boot it away. Deep to return for the Vikings is number 1, Charlie Bewer, and number 24, Trey Heinrich. Trey Heinrich back deep to receive for the Vikings. Burrows kicking from their right to left. So the Vikings, when they get on the field, they'll be going from left to right on your screen. As Gallagher gets the football and is set to boot it away. Gets the whistle from the officials. Approaches. And we're underway. 2 versus 3, the Burros and the Vikings. A short kick. It's taken on a hop at the 25 by Bewer, and nowhere to go as he's strung down right where he picked it up. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 25.
Number of Burros there on special teams. They've been pretty solid throughout the year. Luke Dryberg, the first hit, Devin Henkel, and a host of Burro defenders on special teams were down there for the coverage at the 26-yard line. Burros will have the 3 down defensive linemen and the host of linebackers against this Kindred offense.
2 wide receivers, a shotgun formation. McQuillan gets the snap, fakes the give. He'll take it himself, plunges forward up the line, and falls ahead to the 30-yard line. A gain of 4, 2nd down.
Dryberg with the cover-up tackle there. Luke Dryberg been very active throughout the season. These linebackers last week at Central Cast, they were roaming all over the field, making plays. And you've got Hebel and Pashton in the middle defensively. As Kindred will try to maybe spread the field a little bit here as they're going to bring, well, now 1 to this side and 1 will go back far left side for you.
Caleb Kablundi checks out. It's a 2-receiver set, shotgun formation. McQuillan calling out the snap, and he'll give it this time up the middle. Nothing there as he's slung down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down. Jorgen Swenson, a 0-yard carry, 3rd down.
Yeah, the linebackers came in, and Barrett Willison in the middle there. He's been playing real solid as of late, and then Dylan By helped cover up. By was playing the left defensive end, and now he and the other end, Cody Hewitt, they'll flip. So right and left as they're flipping on how they match up defensively.
3 wide receiver set as they'll put McKinney out on the far side. McQuillan gets the snap, rolls out to his left. Now he'll look to run, being chased, trying to get to the marker. He'll get it as he'll be thrown out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 yards. That's enough for a Kindred first down.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's tall. He can see the field well. He throws the ball well. He's a threat there, and he's a threat too with his legs. As you saw on that play, he just took off and raced the defensive lineman in pursuit before anybody was able to catch up, and first down for Kindred.
So it's a new set of downs. Ball at the 39-yard line as Kindred will break the huddle. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Quillen in the shotgun formation. Calling out the signal. Gets the snap, and he'll give it to Heinrich, and he'll go out to the left side. Breaks a couple of tackles close to midfield. They'll mark him down at the 49-yard line. It depends on the spot, as it looks like maybe a half-yard short. Second down and 1.
Yeah, hurry up offense here. No huddle. Heinrich, the younger brother of Eli, who was injured in the Central Cass game, but the young sophomore has been filling in very well. They hope to get Eli back for the playoffs. Does Kindred? The officials stopped it momentarily because it was a first down to move the chains.
They did give him the spot, so a 10-yard gain officially. McQuillan, shotgun formation. Bobbles it a little bit, but he'll give it to Heinrich. Powers towards the far side. Gets into Burrow territory as he'll be drugged down at the 48-yard line, a gain of 3.
Dylan By on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley, playing at left defensive end. Barrett Willis in the nose guard. Cody Hewitt, the right defensive end. You've got Dryberg, Pashton, Hebel, and the rest of the defense now trying to get in position.
Kindred rushes to the line as they'll give the snap. Nothing there as dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard. Heinrich, it'll be third down.
Yeah, again, Dylan By has been active early, Brady. He crashes down from that defensive end, and then you had Caden Pashton coming up the middle right behind Barrett Willison. Willison has 6 tackles for losses on the season, and Caden Pashton the last few weeks, he's starting to really show the ability and the strength at another level.
Yeah, Caden Pashton, 28.5 tackles, second most on the team. It's third down and 8. As they went on front. 2. Who went?
Both sides, of course, are pointing to the other side. It's you. No, it was you. And we'll let the officials sort it out. 8:23 to play. First quarter. No score tonight with number 2, Hillsboro-Central Valley. Number 3, Kindred. It's offside against Hillsboro-Central Valley. It'll cost them 5 yards and make it a much more manageable third down and 1 for Kindred here as they're on the opening possession tonight, going from left to right with yourliveevent.com.
Dylan By on the right end on the near side, the one that flinched a little bit. So it'll be third down and short, third down and a yard for the Vikings. 2 receivers set as McQuillan will go under center. Calls out the signals as the straight QB sneak getting a push from one of his backs. It'll depend on the spot. As he'll get it. Needed 1. He got 2, and it's a new set of downs for the Kindred Vikings at the 41-yard line.
Well, good push there, and then push from behind as well. But the length of the quarterback, again, helping there. This is a very athletic Kindred football team.
Nice solid push from the offensive line of the Vikings that time. And it seemed like they went with tighter sets on that play and just made a nice big wall and got a push.
First and 10, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tight end McKinney split out as well. Triple option play. They'll pitch it to Swenson, cuts back inside, gets inside the 40 to the 36. A gain of 5, second down and 5 upcoming for Kindred.
Hewitt, Leshik on the tackle as Swenson made a nice move around Dryberg to get the extra 4 or 5 yards on the carry off to that right side out of that triple option. First time we've seen that here tonight. No surprise to see it. It's the first time we saw it here as they move inside the Burrow 40 to the 36.
Clock ticking, under 7 minutes by the time the snap is. Kindred playing the ball control here tonight. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. McQuillan, shotgun formation. It's the set. He'll look to roll out. Sets, fires, and it is incomplete. As that was broken up by Lushik. He was looking for Kablundi. It'll be third down.
Yeah, good coverage and well positioned was the defense to make the play and break it up.
Paston looked like he was right in line to intercept that thing. Almost looked like the ball went behind him. I don't think it did, but he was right there. He just couldn't have seen that ball. Otherwise, it would have hit him in the hands.
Third down and 5. 2 receivers set, 1 to each side. Quillen, shotgun formation. He'll give it to Heinrich. Looks to go off tackle, and he's nothing there. He's stuffed. He'll get a gain of 2, but it's not enough. It'll bring up a 4th down and 4 for the Vikings.
Well, you mentioned Paston there again. He was coming on a loop around to try to get pressure. He was able to track that down, run that down from behind because of Willison and Hewitt plugging things up on that middle and right side of that Borough defense. 6:15 remaining, first quarter, 4th and 3 for Kindred.
First big play of the game here so far. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 split out to the near. McQuillan, shotgun formation, gets the snap. He'll look to pass, rolls out. Now scrambles towards the near side, has some space. He'll look to get it on the feet, and he'll get inside the 30 to the 28. That's enough for a first down on the 6-yard rush.
Well, what he did there was he was looking for McKinney, and McKinney was matched up. Dryberg, the linebacker, came out, picked him up, and played physical with him, with Gallagher then playing deep. But what that did was it took the linebackers out of the area and allowed the quarterback, McQuillan, to just come to the right side and get more than enough for a first down.
Charlie Bewer checks back in. Give is up the gut, as Heinrich will carry it inside the 25 to about the 22. Give him 5-6 yards. Second down.
That's a good push again up front by the Kindred Viking offensive lineman for that gain of 6. As you said, give credit to those guys on that left side with the offense here for Kindred.
Clock's still running. By the time of the snap, it'll be under 5 minutes. Kindred has held the football all quarter long. Kindred will spread it out once again with a 4-wide set. Heinrich, the lone person in the backfield. They'll send man in motion. That's Kablundi. Has given it himself.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground, and it's recovered by Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Well, it's what we talked about in the pregame show. If there's an Achilles heel for Kindred, they have moved the ball, then they put the ball on the ground, and what happened was the quarterback trying to get the yardage, stood up, and somebody reaching in and just punching that thing out of there, and we've watched that Borough defense do it throughout the season. They are a very, very opportunistic type of defense. Again, on the opening drive, they bend, they don't break. They get a takeaway, and here's the Borough offense with 4:47 to go in the first quarter.
So the Borough offense will take the field for the first time tonight. Preston under center, turn around. He'll give it to Lushik. Nothing there as the push from the defensive line. He'll get maybe a yard with forward progress, but nothing more. Second down.
Well, that was just a big stand-up pile-up, if you will, like we were playing recess here outside the Hillsboro Elementary School with Mr. John Dryberg running the recess and letting all the kids have a great time.
Burrows left to right on the offensive line. Dylan By, Cody Hewitt, Mason Fondrick, Jaime Martinez, and Caden Pastion with Luke Dryberg, the tight end. I formation, 2 receivers set. Preston turns around. He'll give it to Lushik. Is tripped up at the line, falls forward. He'll get another yard, but it'll be third down and long for the Burrows.
Well, this is, again, back to the pregame coaches conversation and the statistical numbers. Kindred giving up just 54 yards per game defensively is all that they have allowed through their 4 victories. A week ago, Hillsboro-Central Valley struggled to get the ground game going, and they need more than 2 yards per carry. Right now, they've got 2 carries for 1 positive yard.
So third down and 9 for the Burrows. 3 receivers set, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Preston, shotgun formation. He'll look, toss it long to Rage, and it's caught inside the 50 to the 44-yard line. Nathan Rage on the catch. as it is 29 yards and a first down.
Well, you could probably see from the camera on yourliveevent.com, I was standing right there with Nathan Rage making that reception. Caleb Klabundy had fantastic coverage. He was looking back. Rage was looking back, and Rage just peeked in and snuck in the hands over the top of the shoulder pads and made a fantastic catch. A young man that we've been watching throughout the season progress, and he showed how far he's come with that reception and a big change of field position and a first down.
32 yards. Preston will take the shotgun snap, a straight QB power, and he's tripped up, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more as Max McQuillan on the tackle.
McQuillan on the stop, as you said, in good pursuit by this Kindred defense against the rush attack of Hillsboro-Central Valley. 2:40 to play, first quarter, no score. First possession, the Burros are on of their time here tonight. Now 2nd down and 11.
Kindred defensively, Colin Lundy, Max Vikander, Ethan McKinney on the defensive line. We'll get you some more of the Vikings defense. Preston, shotgun set, looks to pass, trying to go back to Rage once again. He caught it inside the 20, breaks a tackle, and he's in. Touchdown, Nathan Rage, 46 yards, and the Burros lead 6-0.
Well, that is just a clinic right there of Sam Preston looking downfield, throwing downfield, and Nathan Rage made it look so easy. You'd almost think he was running cross country the way he's run these last two routes.
Burke, there was something real subtle there on that catch. Rage slowed up just ever so slightly as the ball was coming down, which gave him room then to get some separation to make the catch.
Parker Gallagher attempt the PAT snap spot. Kick is on the way. Kick is no good, but a penalty marker.
Well, you're exactly right, Keith. While we let the penalty sort out here, Radar, that's exactly what happened down here, Keith, as you called, because he just waited, a little hesitation, watched, and then took that next step to get himself the reception. That's why it was part of he made it look so easy. That was a really athletic play and a very heads-up, intelligent football play and reception by Nathan Rage.
Both the throws to Rage, all three parts of the play worked perfectly. The protection was awesome. The throw by Preston was incredible, and then the catches by Rage, unbelievable.
Penalty was on Kindred, so the Burros will get a chance to reattempt the PAT, and this time Gallagher are able to get it through the uprights. With 2:13 remaining in the first quarter on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, it's Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Kindred 0 on yourliveevent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Parker Gallagher will boot the kickoff away as it will bounce inside the 10, tracking it at the 4-yard line and returning it towards the 18 as Trey Heinrich on the kick return. It'll be 1st and 10 from Kindred at their own 18-yard line.
Devin Henkel, Peyton Beliles on special teams coverage. Henkel, the first guy there, got a piece of him, turned him back in, and Peyton Beliles was right there. Excellent, outstanding special teams coverage after the big kick by Gallagher inside the 5. Kindred now begins at their 18 with 2:08 to play first quarter. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 7-0.
Sam Preston coming in late. He'll take the safety spot. It's a quick screen to McKinney. He'll get inside or past the 20 towards the 23, 24-yard line. He'll be shoved out of bounds there, second down.
Right on field ground level, Luke Dryberg able to get his hands up. He tipped that ball a little bit, a little knuckler then was caught by McKinney, and then Gallagher came up and pushed him out of bounds.
5 yards on the reception, so it'll be second down and 5 for Kindred, looking to answer after Hillsboro-Central Valley on the scoreboard first. They lead 7-0, 2:01 remaining in the first quarter. McQuillan, shotgun set. He'll send a man in motion. That's Kablundi, and fumble on the exchange to Kablundi, and he's going backwards.
Ouch.
And it'll be thrown down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. It'll be third down and long.
Leshik was there first, and was that Dryberg or Paulsrud? I wasn't sure if it was a 26 or a 25, but it was a big hit after Leshik had Klabundi in the arms, and the loss there takes the Vikings back to, as you said, they're 14, so it's 3rd and 14 for Kindred.
So 9-yard loss on the play. Kindred will spread it out. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Low snap up, McQuillan able to handle it. Rush is coming, able to elude the pressure, but Barrett Willison coming back, and they'll sack him at the 11-yard line. It'll be 4th down as Barrett Willison, his 5th sack of the season.
That's team defense there. That's the Burrow family getting it done on defense. The pressure from up front. And then also you have to keep in mind, because McQuillan did look downfield, but the defensive backs were right there. It was great coverage downfield, pressure up front, team defense to get the sack.
Riley Sunrum will boot the punt away. Parker Gallagher, he'll call for the fair catch, and he'll take it at the 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Hillsboro-Central Valley from there.
Well, field position here now, Brady, as 38 seconds to go, first quarter. Defense shuts them down, and the mispitched cost them 9 yards. Then the sack there, and now the field position at the 43. We'll see if Kindred keeps everybody up in the box defensively, or if those last 2 receptions, including the touchdown to Nathan Rage, will loosen them up.
High formation for the Burros, 2 receivers, 1 to each side. As looks like we have movement on Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Yeah, as Kindred was shifting defensively up front into the gaps from their left to right side, they all moved over a gap, and that got the attention of one of the linemen, maybe a couple of the linemen for Hillsboro-Central Valley on their right side, and they twitched, they flinched, they moved. It's another penalty flag, so it'll make it now 1st and 15.
Hebel will check out for the Burros. They'll go 3 receivers. Gallagher to the far side, Limke Rage to the near side. It's actually just Limke will check out. He was in the huddle, so it'll be another penalty on the Burros. 12 men in the huddle, and back them up another 5 yards.
Yeah, and still 38 seconds to go, first quarter. 7-0 Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Kindred tonight with yourliveevent.com. Thanks for watching, listening in. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button there and become one of our subscribers. It's free for you thanks to our advertising sponsors. We encourage you to patronize, do business with those that you see advertising at a very minimum. Make sure you stop at their businesses and tell them thank you. They would appreciate that, and we would as well, because this is what makes it all happen and make it all work. And thanks for watching and listening to us again here tonight.
So it'll be 1st and 20 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. 2 receivers to the far side. Some confusion as Rage now will go in motion to the near side. Lushik in the backfield with Preston. Now they'll send Gallagher in motion, fake the give. Preston will take it himself, lowers the shoulder. He'll get to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2, make it 2nd down and 18.
Yeah, a short gain. We'll see if they run another play or not in this first quarter. I'm going to guess that it's just going to go to the second quarter. They'll let the clock run out here in the first. And, it's one of the designed plays out of the Burrow playbook. But I'm going to say here, my prediction, guys in the booth, I think that play is setting up something for a play or 2 from now down the road.
So after 1 quarter of play on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard, Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Kindred 0 on yourliveevent.com.
All jobs are essential, especially yours. In District 20, your team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert will focus on strengthening our economy and job creation. They believe in increased funding for K-12 education and strong support for Mayville State. As farmers, Lem, Belts, and Hagert know that agriculture will always be the backbone of the North Dakota economy. Elect your District 20 team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert.
Paid for by friends of Mike Belts, Ham Johnson, Treasurer.
Reed Insurance. Terry Reed and Julie Larson serving you with homeowners, farm, auto, multi-peril, crop hail, your insurance source. Reed Insurance, located in the Wright Implement Building in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-5471. Visit with Terry Reed and Julie Larson for the coverage you need. Professional, knowledgeable experience. Reed Insurance.
Second down and 18 for the Burros. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Preston alone in the backfield, shotgun. He'll set, drop, look to pass, Dryberg, and it's intercepted! Intercepted going the other way by the Kindred Vikings and thrown down at the midfield. It's an interception. Number 22, Jorgen Swenson with the pick. A big momentum shifter there for Kindred.
Yeah, Swenson was looking. He was well positioned. I think Sam would like that one back because he got locked in on Luke Dryberg, his tight end, all the way on that route. But if that thing is lofted a little bit higher, they can probably get that. But credit Swenson for the interception. Big change around here.
7th interception thrown by Sam Preston this season. As McQuillan back to pass, he'll fire it out long, looking for the big guy, and it's incomplete. Was looking for McKinney. Gallagher on the coverage, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, Parker had that thing played perfect. He was stride for stride, and he had position, and the only place that McKinney was going to be able to catch that thing was out of bounds because Parker Gallagher, he played that as well as a defensive back's going to play it.
McQuillan 1 for 3, all passing attempts to the tight end McKinney. Shotgun formation. They'll send a man in motion. That's Swenson. As they'll give it up the middle. Heinrich, not much there. He'll get across midfield to the Burrow 49, but it'll be third down and long for Kindred.
Cody Hewitt crashing in from that right defensive end. So far tonight we've seen Hewitt and by the defensive ends really able to just crash down, slant in on that. And the Burrow 3 defensive linemen with Willison in the nose, they've been quite active.
So third down and 9 for Kindred. Quillen
Blitz shown
gets
by
the
Hebel.
snap, sets, he looks to fire. He's got McKinney inside the 35 to the 32. A gain of 16, 17 yards and a first down.
Sam Preston on the tackle. I'd mentioned Hebel coming on that blitz. He came through the right side as he was looking at it, left side of that center. McQuillan just stepped up a step and had a great view, throwing lane, sight of vision to his big target receiver.
New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Charlie Beaver will check back in. He'll be the wide receiver to the near side. Low snap. Give is to Heinrich, and not much there as he'll be thrown down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be actually a loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11.
That's physical football here tonight, Radar, and it's been a few weeks, as I've alluded to. This Burrow defense a little bit more physical as the year has gone on. You can tell they're starting to play with more and more confidence collectively as a unit, knowing and trusting each other.
The linebackers really seem to be doing a great job of rooting out the blitz and then filling gaps.
They're all over the
look
field.
Like they're on run blitzes.
Wow, this is a great athletic group of linebackers.
Second down and 11 as the pressure gets to him.
Talking about that, one of the linebackers comes on that pressure, doesn't he, Radar?
Absolutely, as thrown down for a loss as Paulsrud with the first one there, and it will be third down and long all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Give part of that sack to the defensive secondary. I was watching back there, and his receivers were covered. He had nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, going with some nickel coverage now. Rage comes into that defensive secondary. Hebel comes out. Another safety in with Rage. Cotton at the other corner.
3rd down and 20. As McQuillan back to pass, it's a throwback screen. As breaking tackles, but not able to get towards the first down. Falling forward to the 24-yard line is Ethan McKinney. A gain of 16, as it will be 4th down and about 3.
Well, that's what another reason why it makes McKinney so special, because that's just a short pass route, but he made a couple of guys miss and brings it much closer to moving the chains. But there is a penalty flag, so I think it's all going to be for naught and be going the other direction the way it looks.
Yeah, it was an ineligible downfield. It was a center screen. The tight end just kind of slid to the middle, and the offensive line then was supposed to take off in front of him, but the offensive line took off just a little hair early. They're supposed to count 1, 2, or, they have some signal to get them going upfield, and they jumped the gun.
So it'll be 3rd down and 20 once again, a 5-yard penalty. As whistles before the snaps, as it looks like we'll get a false start called on Kindred. So back him up 5 more, as it will be 3rd down and 25 for the Vikings with 9:09 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, whatever is happening up front with the Viking offensive line obviously is not what they want to see happen. And, a few mistakes here and there, and these types of games can cost you dearly. 9:09 to go, first half, 7-0. Of course, they don't want it to happen. They're going to have to shore up some communications here to get everybody on the same page for their timing.
Bewer will check back out. Caleb Kablundi back in. 4 receivers set. McQuillan rolling, looking, passing, eluding tacklers, but it gets to him as he'll be thrown down at the 48-yard line. Dylan By on the tackle. It's a gain of 2, but it'll be 4th down for the Vikings.
Well, again, team defense, there's pressure. McQuillan has to step up and look, and then he's got to take his eyes off his receivers. But every time that he was able to look downfield, and he's a good quarterback, he was looking downfield, those defensive backs and safeties were all blanketed on every potential receiver. Great pass coverage again.
Sunram back to punt. So he gets it off. Gallagher will take a fair catch, and he'll receive the football at about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Burros from there.
Yeah, defense gets the job done. Kindred not helping themselves with some penalties after they had come up with some positive yards. That was taken off the board, and then another penalty or two thrown in there. He erased it to negative yardage, and the defense again makes the play for Hillsboro-Central Valley with 8:26 to play first half.
3rd Burro possession they will have.
Rage is split out to the right side, single coverage on him.
Limke to the far side. Preston, I formation under center. Triple option, he'll keep it. Now cuts back to the middle, has some room, now cuts to the outside, past the 20, past the 30. As did he fumble?
Yep.
No whistle, and they'll say it's a fumble. And it is Kindred Viking football, as Preston on the fumble, as it's recovered by Charlie Bewer, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, as Sam Preston was going down, very close to having a knee down, but the knee was not down, and the ball squirts out of his hands. Kindred gets it right back.
2nd turnover on the Burros, both by the quarterback Sam Preston, and it will be...
That was a good run by Sam because it was well defended early. He took away, big parts of that triple option, but he saw a seam and busted through there, but the ball also busted out of his arms, and here comes Kindred.
So 8:14 remaining. Vikings with the football as they'll give it up the gut. Heinrich just looking for room as he'll get it to the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Dylan By on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first half.
So Kindred looking to make the most out of this turnover. They were unable to convert off of a turnover earlier in the first quarter. Looking to convert here on the 2nd turnover by the Burros, as the give is to Heinrich, going towards left tackle as he'll get to the 43-yard line. A gain of 3, and it'll be third down for the Vikings.
Yeah, initially slowed up by the arm tackle, taking him off balance of Cody Hewitt, and then Paulsard came in and cleaned up. Now we have Johnson coming in for Hillsboro-Central Valley defensively. That's Aaron Johnson. AJ will play at the right defensive end spot. Cody Hewitt will come out. I look at this linebacking core that we've talked about, how active they are, and keep in mind, there's a lot of young guys out here right now.
3rd and 5, the give is to Heinrich. Looked like he might have bobbled it a little bit, had to stop, and he'll get to the 30, but it'll be short by about a yard. 4th down and 1 for the Vikings.
Yeah, that ball was real close to coming out of there. I mean, he actually did lose control of the ball, and then he squeezed it back in, and surprisingly had presence of mind to cut back left and get some yardage.
Beaver goes to the sideline. Klabundy comes in as a receiver. He'll be a slot left side.
4th down and 2. Give up the gut. Where are they going to spot it? They'll give the first down to Heinrich on a 4-yard carry and a Viking first down.
That was a big push up front by the offensive lineman for the Kindred Vikings, and that includes 66 Colin Lundy, and Lundy's been doing a nice job throughout the night, the junior guard for Kindred. Again, big blocks, big hole for the running backs to go through.
New set of downs, 1st down and 10. Clock ticking, 6:15 remaining in the half. McQuillan, shotgun formation. Quick screen out to Pearson. Did he fumble it? No whistle, no signal.
We're waiting.
They're talking, officials are communicating, talking with each other.
Still talking, still no decision.
Borough fans are pointing that it's Borough football.
It was a catch for a while, but was it a long enough
catch?
No,
they'll call it an incomplete pass. So the quick screen to Pearson, they'll say did not have full control of it, and so it'll be an incomplete pass and 2nd down and 10.
He definitely juggled it at the beginning and then looked like he got control of it and then lost it again. I suppose what they're saying is that he never really fully tucked the ball away.
I'll go with that.
Beware checks back out. Kablundy back in for the Vikings at the wide receiver position. McQuillan under center. They'll send Kablundy in motion, fake the give to him. Looking for the screen as it's incomplete, as it looks like Kablundy might have slipped when trying to turn back and catch the pass, so it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, he slipped a little bit, and that was a jumbled jambalaya soup bowl of mess there.
Kablundy back out, Beware
and it was
back
a mess
in.
because of the defense and how it was just, everybody, they smelled it out and they were about ready to taste it, and hey, the ball went incomplete because of everything that happened. How else do you describe it? I'm sorry.
Shotgun formation will be a triple option. The pitch is to Swenson looking for the corner. So we wrapped down just inside the 20. As not enough as it'll be 4th down and 2.
Here. So it set them up for 4th and 3, 4th and 4.
I'll give him 7, so 4th down and 3. As Swenson, a 7-yard carry.
I knew as soon as I threw in the word soup that Bongo would get all nervous and excited there in the booth.
So another 4th down for the Vikings. 3 receivers to the near side. McQuillan, shotgun formation. He'll roll out to his left. Sets, fires. It's caught inside the 10, into the end zone. It's a touchdown. It's Matthew Pearson with the 20-yard touchdown reception.
That was a well-designed play with the receivers on this near side coming underneath and one running the deeper route, and then on that slow drag coming from the backside, finding the middle of the field, and just a little confusion, hesitation by the secondary, and they found the right receiver. Well executed by Kindred. They'll try for the extra point here to tie it.
So the Vikings within 1. Extra point snap spot kick is on the way, and the kick is no good. Pushed it to the left. Did number 75, Riley Sunrum. As with 5:12 remaining in the first half on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard, Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Kindred 6, yourliveevent.com. The Vets Club in Hillsboro is your place to go after a long, hard day of work or after the game and meet up with your friends. You're welcome anytime at the Hillsboro Vets Club. They're the place where family, friends, and neighbors meet. Check out their Wednesday appetizer menu from 5 to 7. And don't forget their daily specials from 4 to 6 every day. And you can stay and play all night long. The Hillsboro Vets Club is proud to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley Borough activities. VFW Post 4172 and the Lynn Sperry American Legion Post 4 welcome you to the Hillsboro Vets Club. So Kindred able to get on the scoreboard. They trail by 1, 7-6 with 5:12 remaining in the first half as the Vikings are set to boot it away. As back to return for the Burros is Parker Gallagher, Jace Lushik. And to kick it away, number 22, Jorgen Swenson. Kick is a short kick. It's taken at the 29 by an up man, Lushik, as he'll spin, gets to the 35 and to the 37-yard line where the Burros will have it from there.
Well, it's time for the Borough offense to step up and now make some plays. Last two times have been turnovers. Before that, it was two big pass plays that moved the ball and got him the touchdown. And they'll get things going from here as I sort my way through traffic on the sideline.
So 1st and 10 from the 38 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. We go 3 receivers. Gallagher, Rage to the near side, Limke to the far side. Also a tight end in Dryberg. They'll send Gallagher in motion. Snap, they'll fake the give. Preston looking to pass. He'll try to fire it out to the far side. Limke has it inside the 30 to the 25-yard line as a pitch and catch there of 32 yards and a first down.
But again, the receivers of Hillsboro-Central Valley are really positioning themselves, and Lemke, a little hesitation, allowed for a little contact. That allowed for separation. He put out those big hands and brought it in, and Sam Preston delivered the goods. He's pitching dimes.
37 on the gain. Sam Preston, 3 of 4, 115 yards and a touchdown so far in the first half. Preston by himself, alone in the shotgun formation. He'll fake the give to Gallagher. Looks to run on the power, and he's dragged down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Max McQuillan on the tackle for Kindred.
So I'm just stunned at the 3 long balls that they're able to complete 3 long passes like that. Basically, it is the same route. 3 times in 1 half.
So 2nd down and 8 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Preston back looking to pass. He'll fire it out to the far sideline, and it is incomplete.
Clabundi was on coverage, and as you talk about that, I believe that was Rage again, the intended receiver, was it?
Yep, number 2, Rage on the far side at the goal line, unable to make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Just real quick here, not to get hung up on stats, and we need to let Brady get into the call here, but Kindred's defense, we talked about, only allowed 54 per game rushing coming in, but their pass defense, they have allowed an average of 140 yards per game, so the Burros are taking advantage of that right now.
3:52 remaining in the half. Preston shotgun formation, lone man in the backfield, as we'll get a whistle before the snap. As it looks like, again, the Burros may have flinched before the snap. Indeed, a false start penalty. 4th penalty on the Burros, all 5 yards. So 4 penalties, 20 yards committed by Hillsboro-Central Valley in the first half.
All Radar, you can give some love to these linemen because we're not going to talk about penalties all night. We can talk about who's on the field. They're working hard, but I will say this. I would imagine both sidelines are disappointed in the penalties that they have had in this first half. These are not the penalties you want anytime, but when you're at this stage playing, whether it's your 5th game or your 7th game or 8th game or whatever it is, the middle of October, you want to be cleaner than this.
Left to right for the Borough offensive line, Dylan By, Cody Hewitt, Mason Fondrick, Jaime Martinez, and Caden Passion, as they'll have Fallsrud and Dryberg, 2 tight end formation. Preston back to pass. Now he'll scramble towards the near side. He'll fire it, looking into the end zone, and it is incomplete. was looking for Rage once again. McQuillan on the coverage, and it will be 3rd down and 13 for the Burros.
Good coverage by the Kindred secondary as they were in position, staying with Rage the entire time. Lucas Glabundi, the junior, was here, and then you had over the top coming across to get some help also, but Rage did step out of bounds right at the 10, so even if he had caught that, it would have not been allowed. The official right here throwing his hat down to indicate that. Well defended by Kindred defensively.
So 4th down and 13 for the Burros.
Rage has caught their attention, no question about it. They're shading to the side of Rage in the secondary.
As we'll get a whistle, as it looks like Hillsboro-Central Valley takes their first time out here of the half. 3:17 remaining in the first half. Golden Harvest, Tim Kazet, Seed Sales scoreboard. Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Kindred 6, yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local planter experts. Tune up, add up, the math is simple. Every additional percentage of meter accuracy adds a bushel or two more per acre. While they should run at 98% or better, many do not. That's why no matter who made them, no matter their type, every meter should be calibrated every year. Keep your meters in top-notch shape. Call RDK at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter maintenance today.
4th down and 13 upcoming for Hillsboro-Central Valley. 3:17 remaining in the first half. A reminder, our halftime report presented by Farmers Union Insurance. Upcoming, we'll talk with the coaches. We'll have our first half summary. We'll have our first half stats. Those all coming up on the Farmers Union Insurance halftime report.
As we thought, good football game. It certainly has been. There's been a few mistakes. It's 7-6 right now.
Preston, shotgun formation, empty backfield. He'll get the snap, but first, looks like we might have had movement once again, and indeed another false start penalty on the Burros. Back him up 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 18 for HCV.
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, that's just lack of concentration. The Viking linebackers, charged in there like they were going to come across the line, and I don't know if that's what sparked the movement or not.
4th down for the Burros. Preston back to pass, sets. He'll fire it long, looking for Rage at the corner, and it is intercepted. McQuillan will pick it off at the 6-yard line. You could see him kind of shaking in his head, going, oh no, I should have just batted it down. It'll be an interception, a turnover, and the Vikings will take over at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, McQuillan, the safety, coming over and using his size, athleticism, and I was just impressed too with his footwork because he knew exactly where the sideline was, and he looked down and just got those 2 feet in, and was another nice defensive play by the Kindred Vikings. That's the 3rd turnover on Hillsboro-Central Valley here in this first half. 3:09 to play. Burros leading it by 1, 7-6.
So Kindred backed up into near their end zone. McQuillan gets the handoff, or gives the handoff, and not much there.
No, Heinrich was stopped basically at the line of scrimmage.
So Heinrich, 13 carries, 37 yards so far in the first half, as
he's going to lose a yard.
So 2nd down and 11 for the Vikings at their 5-yard line. 2:45 and ticking remaining in the first half. Send a man in motion. They'll give it on the jet sweep. Pearson, but not much there. He'll fall forward. He'll get a yard, maybe 2. But it will be 3rd down, as it was number 1, Charlie Bewer, on the carry. But it'll be 3rd down and 10 with 2:26 remaining in the first half, as Hillsboro-Central Valley will take their 2nd timeout. Take a timeout as well. The Burros lead 7-6. Golden Harvest, Tim Kazet, Seed Sales scoreboard.
Hi, this is Corinna Holte, student-athlete at Hillsboro High School. I urge everyone to show good sportsmanship both on and off the field or court. Show respect for the other players, coaches, referees, and fans too. By doing so, it shows class and respect for the game. Thank you, and once again, I encourage us all to show good sportsmanship. This message is brought to you by the Hillsboro School District.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, as they'll put 3 more seconds on the scoreboard, so it'll be 2 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the first half, as Kindred will have 3rd down and 10 from their 6-yard line. Quellen in the shotgun formation. Heinrich right near him. Hard count. He'll get the snap. He'll look back to pass. Quick slant. Tipped, and it is incomplete. As he was looking for McKinney. Batted up in the air, but it falls down to the ground, and so it'll be 4th down for the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt deep in their own territory.
And McKinney covered right off the line of scrimmage by the linebacker Leshik, who had come up in the tight coverage, and then as he came across the middle, Hebel and others gave him a big pop as well.
So Riley Sunrum will boot the punt away from his own end zone. Gets it off. Gallagher,
Short punt.
He'll call the fair catch, and he'll take it at the 34-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Burros from there.
Tons of time left, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go, first half. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Kindred 7-6 in this East region football here with the number 2 and number 3 playing, and for the potential region regular season championship. So a big game and a lot at stake here, and everybody's playing hard. Both teams really know each other well. Both are well prepared.
Hillsboro-Central Valley still with 1 timeout in the half. Still plenty of time as Preston, a quick screen to Gallagher. Breaks the tackle, cuts back inside to the far sideline, inside the 25, as that'll be enough for a Burro 1st down.
Yeah, and Limke on the outside got just enough of that defensive player to, kind of shrug him off and push him aside. That allowed Gallagher to turn the corner and get those extra yards.
Now, HCV wants to milk the clock here a little bit. They don't want to leave any time left for the Vikings to mount a scoring drive after this possession.
Parker Gallagher's first catch of the night as a quick option play. They'll give it to Mitzel along the far side. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, as it'll be 2nd down and short for the Burros.
Clock's still running, and that's a good thing for the Burros right now.
That stopped momentarily. They're going to...
Okay, maybe he was out of bounds.
8 yards on the carry.
Yep.
Mitzel his first carry of the night, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 15-yard line as Limke will come in with the play call. Still 1:48 remaining in the half. Play clock is at 10. Rose will hustle to the line. Preston, he'll roll out to the right on the shotgun snap. Quick pass to Limke. He catches it inside the 10. Looking to stretch, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. It'll be a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
Good catch by Limke, and he put some tough yards in after the catch. His yak was physical and stretching out, and 1:40 to go in the first half. They'll restart the clock now. Plenty of time. 20 seconds on the play clock. Receivers again to both sides.
Preston in the shotgun formation with Mitzel. He'll get the snap, roll out to his left, looking to pass, looking for Rage. Pump fake says, was it stripped? Ball on the turf, ball on the ground, and it is recovered by the Vikings. The 3rd turnover forced by Kindred as they stop the Burros deep in the red zone as the Vikings will take over from their 14-yard line.
Those are tough. 1:19 to go, and in a position, and the ball came loose, and Kindred's going to try to capitalize themselves.
4th Burro turnover. 2nd fumble. They've also thrown 2 interceptions. Vikings 1:19. They've still got 3 timeouts, so plenty of time for Kindred to mount a charge as Give is up the middle. Heinrich not much there. He'll get a couple, and it'll be 2nd down. So gain of 3. So 2nd down and 7.
Kindred evidently running, looking to run out the clock. They don't want to make a mistake here. Give the Burros the ball back again. There's been too many mistakes on both sides giving the ball away. So the Vikings are a little shell-shocked, as are the Burros, and they're just going to run out the clock.
40 seconds remaining. Could be the final play of the half. Quillen under center. He'll give it up the middle. Heinrich cuts back to the outside. Dragging defenders. Lushik, one of them, on the tackle among 3 or 4 Burros. as they'll get out to the 22-yard line. A gain of 4, make it 4, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. The Vikings do not have to snap the football, as it looks like they will not, as they'll just walk it into the huddle.
Well, we're going to walk our way here, too, as the first half will be coming to a close. It'll end Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Kindred 7-6, as we will get to our Farmers Union Insurance Hillsboro halftime report. And I'm going to catch up with Coach Scott Olson for the Burros. And, oh, geez, I don't know. I'll let you talk about this first half.
We're our own worst enemy. We're our own worst enemy. That's right now. It's what's happening.
Yeah, and got to correct that and regroup at halftime, huh?
Yeah, we need to make better decisions. It's best 3 weeks has been all about focus and how we're not focusing, and pretty evident we still aren't.
All right, Scott, we'll let you get to the team. Thank you. Scott Olson, head coach, Hillsboro-Central Valley, and I was just thinking here that the first half, if you were writing this and you were doing some sort of a paper in the English classroom, you probably would be graded that you have too many exclamation points on the one side of the pad, as your pen and ink and all of that is it's where it's at. 7-6. We'll keep it here in the Farmers Union Insurance Hillsboro halftime report, as we'll take a break now, and we'll come back for statistical numbers and more. The halftime report presented on yourliveevent.com by Farmers Union Insurance. Ryan Opdahl, Rich Gerke, your agents in Hillsboro. It is Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Kindred 6 at the half.
Medicare Part D open enrollment is now through December 7th. Hillsboro Drug and Gift welcomes those age 65 and over to stop in and talk about the Medicare Part D changes for 2021. It's quick, easy, and convenient to review your options. Just stop at Hillsboro Drug and Gift or call to set up an appointment with your pharmacy team. Stop in and get your flu shot at Hillsboro Drug and Gift. There's no appointment necessary. Don't forget to check out what's new in the gift department. They're your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Hillsboro Drug and Gift. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
At the Hillsboro Body Shop, Ben and Tyrell are ready to repair your windshield. No need to wait to get that pesky chip fixed. And if you need glass replacement, Hillsboro Body Shop is the place to get it done and get it done right. Call Ben and Tyrell at Hillsboro Body Shop today, 701-636-4981. No matter the auto body fix, cars, pickups, semis, and more. For trusted full-service body work on your vehicle and same-day glass repair, give Ben and Tyrell a call at Hillsboro Body Shop, 701-636-4981.
Norman County Implement 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil. In effect now, the early order programs on Amity beet lifters, Woolrich field cultivators, and Amity air seeders. Take advantage of these early order programs, special financing, and savings. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada has one remaining new versatile Delta track. Call for pricing and huge price discounts and financing programs. They thank you for your business. Highway 9 North Ada, Norman County Implement.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
YourLiveEvent.com, Rich Gerke, Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report. As we'll run down our scoring summary here for both teams through one half of play. Both teams able to get in the end zone one time, both through the air. The Burros able to connect on a PAT, and that is your difference so far in the first half. As the Burros open up the scoring, 2:13 remaining in the first quarter. Nathan Rage, a 46-yard touchdown reception from Sam Preston to put the Burros on the board. Parker Gallagher able to convert on the PAT, and it was 7-0 after one quarter of play. But the Vikings, they're able to answer back midway through the second quarter, 5:12 remaining in the half, as Matthew Pearson able to get open in the middle of the field. caught it at the 5, able to get into the end zone. It was a 20-yard touchdown reception. The PAT failed, and it was 7-6, and that is how we are at the halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 quarters to play as Hillsboro-Central Valley leads by 1 point, 7-6 on your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales Scoreboard.
Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
Valley General Store in Halstead is now open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They welcome you to stop in, get all your hardware items, groceries, and more now in the new store with more inventory. Valley General Store in Halstead. Come and shop for your fresh produce and grocery items. Valley General Store, now with groceries in Halstead. Thanks to all who have visited the new Valley General Store in Halstead. If you haven't been there yet, they welcome you to stop in at the store full of hardware, groceries, and more. Valley General Store in Halstead, open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. One of the main benefits of moving to the Halstead Living Center and Heritage House community is to enjoy every comfort of home without the burdens of home ownership in an environment that offers choices for care assistance, social interaction, group activities, or simply quiet, comfortable living. Another reason to choose Halstead Living Center and Heritage House is to get back to living life through their all-inclusive services and full array of social events, spiritual enrichment programs, recreational activities, and lifelong learning. For more information, call 456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, as we'll run down our first half stats for each team. And we'll start with the Kindred Vikings. 102 yards of total offense, 60 on the ground, 42 through the air. Their leading rusher is number 24, Trey Heinrich. He's got 15 carries for 44 yards in the first half. Max McQuillan, 8 carries for 13 yards. Durgan Swenson, 3 carries for 12 yards. And Caleb Kablundi, 1 carry for -9 yards. Passing for Kindred, it is Max McQuillan. He is 3 of 8 in the first half, 42 yards and a touchdown. Receiving wise, Ethan McKinney, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Matthew Pearson, 1 reception for 20 yards. Offensively for the Vikings, they have 7 first downs. They've committed 1 penalty. It was for 10 yards in that first half. First half stats for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley: 28 yards on the ground, 131 through the air. A total offense of 159 yards through the first 2 quarters of play. Rushing-wise, they're led by Sam Preston, 4 carries for 18 yards. Gavin Mitzel, 1 carry for 8 yards, and Jace Lushik, 2 carries for 2 yards in the first half. Passing-wise, it is Sam Preston. He is 4 of 9 for 131 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Receiving-wise, Patrick Limke, the leading receiver, 2 catches for 42 yards. Nathan Rage, 1 reception, 32 yards, and a touchdown. And Parker Gallagher, 1 reception for 11 yards in the first half. Burros, they have committed a total of 5 penalties, all of them 5 yards, so 5 penalties for 25 yards. And they have a total of 7 first downs in the first half. Turnover-wise, Kindred, they have committed 1 turnover. The Burros have committed 4. Those are your first half stats. YourLiveEvent.com. Our Rich Gerke and Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. Give them a call, 701-436-5777. Take another break. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
You're looking to upgrade your appliances, Olson Hardware in Hillsboro is the place to stop, as they have sales and service for all your major appliances: refrigerators, freezers, washers and dryers, stoves, dishwashers, and microwaves. Olson Hardware also now has in store the Amazing Rest mattress. It's a high-quality, affordable mattress designed to help you achieve amazing rest. If you're in need of a mattress upgrade, stop and check out the Amazing Rest mattress. And don't forget about all of your general hardware items, too, at Olson Hardware in Hillsboro.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro. For when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires or tire repair, visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum thank you for your business, and they look forward to continue serving you at Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro.
Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692. For shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
Even during these challenging and changing times, Hillsboro Lumber will assist you in your building and remodeling plans. They continue providing the customer service to find materials with the attention you deserve, from the large building plans, home remodeling projects, or the do-it-yourself fixer-upper projects. Hillsboro Lumber is open for business. Plus, they have DeWalt and Milwaukee Power Tools and Stanley Hand Tools to help you. Adam, Stephanie, and Billy welcome you. If you want to call about your project details, call Hillsboro Lumber, 701-636-4301.
Back here, YourLiveEvent.com is inching ever closer to our halftime, or to the start of our second half, as Burke, really kind of what we expected throughout the first 2 quarters of play. The defense has maybe been a little bit, but haven't broken except for maybe once, and really, at least on the ground, yards are hard to come by for both teams.
Well, that's expected, but all the turnovers and all the mistakes, I didn't expect that, and I don't think anybody on these 2 sidelines expected it, and I also don't believe that anybody on these 2 sidelines is real thrilled about it as they talked with their team. But we're going to catch up with Coach Matt Crane here in just a moment as he comes out with his Kindred Viking team. It's 7-6 here at the half as we wrap up the Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. And Coach, how about the first half?
It was a battle. We knew it was going to be a battle. It was a tough game, and they hit us on some big shots, and we turned the ball over, and we got to be better taking care of it and finish drives.
So what do you do defensively to adjust, if you do any major adjustments?
We got to worry about getting safeties over top of those routes, because they're just going to take shots until we do something different. So we got to stop the run with one less guy and bring a safety over the top of both sides.
Offensively, you want to be able to move the ball more consistently. How do you get that done?
We got to stick to the ground game. We've had success there. We just started getting away from it. They're doing a nice job in the pass game, and so we got to keep running the ball and find holes.
Coach, thank you. I appreciate it. Good luck here.
Thank you.
Coach Matt Crane for the Kindred Vikings, talking about the adjustments and the first half and moving on to the second half. 7-6, Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Kindred here tonight with YourLiveEvent.com. This is the Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report. Ryan Opdahl, Rich Gerke, your local agents, and they appreciate the opportunity to work with you. You can reach them at their office in downtown Hillsboro. We'll come back for our second half. Burros and Vikings tonight with YourLiveEvent.com.
Count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. but now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Back here, yourliveevent.com. We're just about ready for the start of the second half as Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 7-6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard. Burrows are set to
I'm really interested here, Brady, just real quick to give you a feel for down here on the sideline. In that last minute or so, all of the air got sucked out of this group of guys wearing the blue with the white numbers, that being Hillsboro-Central Valley on this near sideline. It's a very quiet, somewhat subdued out of that halftime conversation and focused here for the second half. I think for both of these teams, who can get focused, who can get refocused, and who can just keep the concentration level at a high level here in the second half is going to have an upper hand.
Absolutely. I know from experience in the sidelines, after a half like this from Coach O, I know I can imagine some of the things, some of the words, some of the sentiment that was said in that halftime locker room. Vikings set to boot it away. The kick is off, angling towards the far sideline. Lushik will take it at the 19-yard line, cuts to the inside. He'll get to the 24, to the 25, and he'll be wrapped down there. First and 10 for the Burros from the 25-yard line to begin half number 2.
Good special teams coverage by Kindred to begin this second half. It is 7-6, just underway. Second half, yourliveevent.com. And the Burros going to break this huddle and see what they do, and the Vikings are awaiting, and we're going to see what they do.
Hillsboro-Central Valley starting offensively. Dylan By, Cody Hewitt, Mason Fondrick, Jaime Martinez, Caden Passion. That's your offensive line left to right. Luke Dryberg is the tight end as the give is to Lushik up the middle, and he'll get to the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll make it second down and 6, the longest run for Lushik so far tonight.
I was just going to say, they'll take those 4 yards. It's when they get the 1s and 2s that it's just hard, but they'll take the 4 and keep hammering and pounding and ball control, all of those things get back to what I guess you're built upon.
Colin Lundy, Max Vikander, and Ethan McKinney are your front 3 for the Viking defensive line as Lushik takes it up again. He'll get to within a yard. It'll be third down and 1 following the 5-yard carry.
Again, getting the 4 yards, then the 5 yards, coming straight ahead, testing that front defensive line of Kindred, and also challenging the offensive line of Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Linebackers Jacob Hyatt, Chase Miller, as well as Charlie Beaver and Trey Heinrich, the linebackers for Kindred, as Lushik once again, he'll get out past the 40 to the 42-yard line. Give him a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, and watch these linemen up front, all the penalties and those things in that first half. We talk about the focus here, and those 3 plays, Brady, from field level, maybe it's, a different view or maybe an observation that you might have from the booth, but it looked to me like Hillsboro-Central Valley's linemen were getting off the ball in unison, and we're together, and we're just getting going that first step that is so critical for them.
Absolutely, a real fire off on the snap for Hillsboro-Central Valley to begin this second half as Preston will keep it on the triple option play. He'll get a yard to the 45, 2nd down and 9.
Nice defensive work to take away the pitchman, forcing Preston to cut it back inside, and well defended by the Kindred Vikings, including, as now we see, number 68, Mason Nipstead, come back in as they rotate some defensive linemen. Also playing up front is Max Vikander, anchoring the middle of that defensive line.
2nd down and 9, 2 receivers set, I formation. Preston fakes the give to Mitchell, looking to pass. He's got a man in the flat. Cole Hebel takes it into Kindred territory. He'll get to the 49-yard line, 6 yards, to make it 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, sneaking the fullback out, giving him a piece of the pie here, and keeping him fed for doing some of the blocking and some of that dirty work. Snuck him up through the middle and out into that underneath flat, challenging the linebackers to see if they would stay home. They did stay at home, but it's a positive gain for Hebel and the Burros.
So 3rd down and short. Preston under center. Gets the snap, turns, he'll give it to Mitchell. Mitchell breaks a tackle, keeps moving to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 and a 1st down.
Yeah, gain of 4 and a hard run by Mitchell. He was hit at the point of contact, and still, though, strong enough legs and determined. And also, you see a little bit of emotion coming out of these linemen for Hillsboro-Central Valley now in this second half on this opening drive.
That was the best push I've seen out of the Borough line so far tonight. They really got after it and just pushed that Viking line back 2 yards.
Well, they're just playing with a little more emotion, a little more juice, some blood's pumping through their veins.
So 1st down and 10, Preston looking to pass, as that is incomplete, just out of the reach of Gallagher. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looked like maybe more of a timing thing, or maybe Parker's route was a little bit deeper than what Sam expected, or maybe Sam, was forced to throw a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Possible yardage coming out of that if that timing comes together as the clock stops. The incomplete pass, 8:28 to play, 3rd quarter. Still 7-6 scoreboard. Burros lead by 1.
2nd and 10, 8:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter as the give is to Lushik. Follows the blockers, gets a hole, backing up, moving the pile to the 34-yard line. 12 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, and Jace running hard. He is running with some intensity, and the 15 on that jersey, it's bulging out a little bit more as he is just pumping that chest and forcing the issue. And you've got Hewitt and Pashton and others up front leading the way.
New set of downs. Give is to Lushik right away, as not much there, as he'll be stuffed, thrown down. Chase Miller on the tackle, a gain of a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, a couple of tough yards, but this is, though, the Burros that we know of. Grind it, pound it, come straight at you, and then maybe come with a big hitter over the top. But they're trying to flex some muscle here and to say, let's show some things here, and let's get into some consistency of what we want to do and who we are.
2nd and 8, 3 receivers set. They'll send Gallagher in motion to the near side. Preston, the straight QB power, has a hole, cuts back to the outside. He'll get to the 25-yard line. A gain of 7, and it will be 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, actually less than that. It's going to be a yard, if that, where they ended up spotting this ball. Sam with a good read that time, a very good read, keeping it, tucking it under, protecting the ball. It's right at the 25-yard line.
So 3rd down and 1 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Preston under center. Gets the snap, turns, he'll give to Mitchell. Nope. Ball is on the turf, but it looks like a Borough offensive lineman able to fall back on it. As indeed, Caden Passion will fall on the football. So the Burros will retain possession, but it'll back him up a couple yards. And it'll be 4th down and 3. 4th down and 4 for the Burros.
Well, 4 turnovers first half, very close to a 5th one there. Kindred's defense, they're adjusting now as they keep 6-7 guys up tight, close to the line of scrimmage.
So 4th down and 3 for the Burros. Preston on the snap, he'll turn it himself, lowers the shoulder. He'll get to the 20-yard line, a gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Another nice read by Sam They try to get their senior quarterback locked in again here, and a nice read. Gave a little bit of a look, but he wasn't going to pitch that thing. He saw the opening and took it and just went straight to that 20-yard line as you described.
Clock now under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. The Burros have held on to it for all quarter long. Preston, shotgun formation with Mitzel. As he'll keep it himself, the QB power runs into the pile, and he'll get a yard with forward progress. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
You maybe saw the Kindred defensive lineman pointing. They thought that some of the Burros were moving. I'll be honest, I thought that there was some flinching and twitching up front again, and that came as the Kindred Viking defensive linemen were again sliding down that line and just adjusting where they're at. Riley Sunram at left defensive end, and 3-man front with the 4 linebackers here for the Kindred Vikings. Clock continues to run, 5:10 to play in this third quarter.
So 2nd down and 9 for the Burros. Preston, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the far side. He'll roll that way. Looking to pass, sets, fires, looking for Rage, corner of the end zone. Did he catch it? Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. It's a touchdown for the Burros.
Yeah, that was actually Parker Gallagher, not Rage. That was Gallagher.
Oh, number 7, far side. Parker Gallagher, yes.
Yeah, that was Parker. I've been so impressed by the receivers tonight, Rage, Limke, and now Gallagher, and just how those receivers are adjusting to the ball and then going and making a play. And now Gallagher will try for the point after kick attempt. 13-6 right now. He's trying to spread this thing out and make it an 8-point difference.
Girls lead 13-6. PAT snap spot kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And with 4:55 remaining in the third quarter, Hillsboro-Central Valley 14, Kindred 6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard.
All jobs are essential, especially yours. In District 20, your team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert will focus on strengthening our economy and job creation. They believe in increased funding for K-12 education and strong support for Mayville State. As farmers, Lem, Belts, and Hagert know that agriculture will always be the backbone of the North Dakota economy. Elect your District 20 team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert.
Paid for by friends of Mike Belts, Ham Johnson, treasurer.
I don't know what they were looking at.
YourLiveEvent.com as Hillsboro-Central Valley now with a 14-6 advantage on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard.
Yeah, Burke and I were just talking about, the Kindred coach said something at halftime that they needed to get their safeties over the top to get a double team.
They just didn't get there, and I don't know if they got caught looking in the middle is what it looked like to me. Just that extra peek, and a second or two, and that was the difference.
Gallagher with the boot. Heinrich will take it at the 10-yard line. Angling to the far side, cuts back. He'll get out to the 30-yard line where the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Nice return by Heinrich. Belial's one of the guys getting up from that bottom of the contact in the pile there with the tackle. He looks like he might even be shaken up a little bit as he comes here to the near sideline. 4:48 to play, third quarter, 14-6. Now, Hebel's coming off, too, as he's kind of holding that shoulder arm on the right side. The trainers are right there with him.
Devin Hankel will check in at the linebacker position as the give is to Heinrich up the middle, and he'll be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a gain of 2. Lushik, one of them on the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Lushik came up and made some point of contact. That was Paston there as well. Physical game. It's getting to be more and more physical. Boy, Jace Leshik, I'll tell you what, he has stepped up here in the second half. He's showing great leadership.
2nd down and 8 for the Vikings. Quick screen pass over to the far side. Cutting back into the middle to the 46-yard line. As Bewer on the reception will be 3rd down.
There was a big collision there as he was coming in, didn't get the hands up, but then recovered. And boy, as he got into that mix-up, he took a big hit from one of his teammates bouncing off that tackle.
So it's 3rd down and 3 for the Vikings. McQuillan in the shotgun set. He'll give it off up the middle. Falling ahead to the 42-yard line, as that'll be enough for a first down on the carry by Heinrich.
Yep, Heinrich again running hard. That time success over their right side. Saw them have success on the left side, and now they're able to mix it up and get a good push off their right side. You'll get out all those lineman names here as we go through the night as they're working in the trenches and moving the chains. And, these two teams are very similar in the fact of the ball control and what they want to do.
Tackles are number 60, Max Vikander, number 56, Blake Huska. The guards, Jacob Hyatt, Colin Lundy, and the center is Mason Nipstead. As the give up the gut, as McQuillan takes it himself, he'll plunge forward for a gain of 3, make it 2, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Passion on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Mitzel coming out.
Looks like he was maybe holding his forearm a little bit. We'll check that out throughout the remainder of the game.
Yeah, hard hitting and a crisp night weather-wise, too.
2nd down and 8. McQuillan, shotgun formation. Option play, he'll keep it himself, roll to the middle, has nothing there, as Passion read it and threw him down. Give him maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Passion there, and Cody Hewitt at the bottom. Hewitt really sacrificed his body and fought off a block at the line of scrimmage and got down, got in the grass, and got those spikes to rip in there and see some of that grass fly up as Passion came in and helped finish up the deal. 2:05 to play in the third. 14-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley leads by 8 over Kindred.
3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. 3 in the backfield as McQuillan. Option play. Heinrich. Pitch. Couldn't get to him as a big hit there by Passion. Ball is on the ground, still loose, and it's recovered by Hillsboro-Central Valley inside the 30 at the 27-yard line, as it was Paulsrud on the recovery.
Yeah, Mad Jack got the fumble recovery, but I'll tell you what, KP 5'9", Caden Passion, took those biceps and that right shoulder, and he just delivered a snap, crackle, pop, and the ball came flying out. Oh my, did he light up that firecracker.
Perfect hit too, nothing egregious, nothing dirty about it, just a solid football hit that knocks the
just
football loose.
DG football.
And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Burros. The news on the turnover as the pitch is to Lushik going across the far side towards the corner. He'll get inside the 20. Positive yardage as he'll get about 8, and it'll be 2nd down and short.
Yeah, 2nd and short, and again, the physical play, and I've just been really impressed with Leshik and just how hard he's run and the leadership that he's shown by example. And then Caden Passion, few tackles there back-to-back, and then the big hit and showing a lot of emotion. You watch him hit this right side. We'll see if they run his way.
Give his to Lushik once again. He'll cut to the outside, but a penalty flag flies. They'll mark it down at the 16-yard line, but we'll wait on the flag. It was thrown right at the snap by the far line judge over on the Kindred sideline.
You know, Burke, we're getting to a temperature where it's getting a little harder to hang on to the ball. The bumps and bruises are starting to hurt a little bit more. How much do you think that's affecting play at the moment?
Honestly, I don't think it is, because I think if you're on the football field and you're playing, the last thing you should be thinking about is the temperature, honestly.
The fingers aren't numb yet?
I mean, they might be numb, but they shouldn't be feeling it. I mean, seriously, because they should be thinking about who they're blocking, what they're doing, what they're running, and what they need to get done. It's a mental part of the game.
Back to Burrows, 5 yards, 2nd down and 8, as Preston will keep it himself. Get back inside the 20, gets the penalty yardage back, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Burros.
Now, there might be some freshmen on the sideline that might say, I feel a little numbness in the twinkle of the toes or in the fingernails or whatever. But no, I think if you, all the years that I've been on the sideline or up in the booth, every coach has always told me, if I have a young man that says, geez, coach, I'm chilly, he said, I'm probably going to throw him to the bench and say, that's where you belong.
Lushik rage check out. as Hebel and Mitzel check in. Two receivers set, I formation. Turnaround give is to Mitzel up the gut as he'll get to the 15, he'll get to the 16-yard line.
First down.
A gain of 4, and that's enough for a Borough first down.
Again, running hard. And Radar, you've got a good view from up there in the booth. Watch the linemen on both sides of the ball. I'll admit, I've been locked in on 59, Caden Pashton, because he's coming off that line of scrimmage, and I'm saying this respectfully. He's playing a just nasty, hard-nosed, tough football.
1st and 10 for the Burros. Triple option. The pitch to Mitzel as nothing there as he'll be spun down in the backfield as a loss of a couple yards as McKinney on the tackle.
And when I use the word nasty, it's respect to the game of football. When you have linemen that are doing their job on the offensive side and they're being praised with, hey, they play nasty, they play tough, they get after it. That's exactly what you want. You go to the 4th quarter here after 3 complete on yourliveevent.com on the Tim Gazette Golden Harvest Seed Sales scoreboard. Hillsboro-Central Valley adds to the lead. They lead Kindred 14-6.
What exactly is value? It's something you believe in to your very core, like empowering our community and answering to customers, not shareholders. And value is about worth, true worth, like reliable, affordable energy from Hillsboro Public Utilities. We work for you because we believe in the same things you do. Affordable, community-owned, dependable electric service. That's the value of power. Learn more at hillsboro-nd.com.
As the leaves fall.
Was called back on a penalty.
Yeah.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, as we're just about ready to begin the 4th quarter of play as Hillsboro-Central Valley leads 14-6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Give Tim a call today, 701-430-0877.
Talking during the break about McKinney from the Vikings, you mentioned he's got a couple catches and he's out there on defense, but he hasn't been the game changer that we thought he might be yet. I just wonder if he's got an explosion left.
2nd down and 10 for Hillsboro-Central Valley as Preston fakes the option. They'll get the pass play to Gallagher, catches him off guard inside the 5, and a first down.
Great play call, great execution, and Sam sold that, and then he threw that and fired it right, and Parker was in route, and nice catch, nice run after the catch. Well designed play, well executed, and, Hillsboro-Central Valley's guys up front much, much sharper and focused here in the second half.
1st and goal for Hillsboro-Central Valley at the 2-yard line as they give up the gut, and it's in for a Borough touchdown.
Bastion,
they did it again. They put him at the fullback. They did that again against Devil's Lake for a touchdown, and it works again this time. And it is now 20-6 Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Yeah, and they brought some extra beef in, and
Paston got popped pretty good at the 1-yard line, but the defender, after he popped him, he ended up in the end zone with Paston on top of him.
Parker Gallagher set to attempt the PAT, looking to extend the Borough lead. Snap, spot. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good with 11:49 remaining in the ballgame. It is Hillsboro-Central Valley 21, Kindred 6 on yourliveevent.com. The Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard.
Right Cub Cadet reminds you they repair and fix lawn and garden equipment. Lawn tractors, mowers, tillers, whatever color, you can have those lawn and garden machines repaired at Right Cub Cadet in Hillsboro. Stop at their business on the corner of Highway 81 and Caledonia in Hillsboro, or call 701-636-5692. For new Cub Cadet lawn and garden equipment, stop in and see what's available to make your yard work easier. Right Cub Cadet, Hillsboro.
Hillsboro-Central Valley now with a 21-6 lead, 11:49 remaining here tonight as the Burros looking to advance to 7-1 and give the Kindred Vikings their first defeat of the season. Parker.
Hey, Burke, let me ask you this now.
Just to hold off on the question here, we'll get the kickoff here first.
Okay.
So Parker Gallagher set to attempt boot the kickoff away. To the far side, it is taken at the 12-yard line as Beaver will take it back up the middle, and he'll be hit and tackled at the 31-yard line where the Vikings will take over from there.
Yeah, Belial's again there, and a number of other Burrows. Boy, Belial's is a little shaken up here again, but he's sticking his nose in there and coming up with some special teams plays.
Burke, what I'm wondering right now, with the momentum squarely sitting in the Burrows camp, does that cold start to eat on the Vikings' mentality at all?
I think they're more worried about this defense they're facing right now than the cold, because this defense is going to be pinning its ears back, and Caden Pashton and Cody Hewitt and everybody else are coming here with a lot of strength. I'll tell you what, it's crispy and cool, but don't think that the syrup is not running hard out of this tree right now, because this Burrow sideline is juiced up and the fans are rocking the stands between the quarter breaks, and a lot of energy here on this side. Now it's up to the Vikings to make the plays and come back, because they are a very good football team, and here they go over the top.
Second down, the pass by McQuillan is incomplete as he was looking for Pearson. Alex Cotton on the coverage. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Excellent position by the D-back on that play. He kept in front of the offensive player, so he didn't have anywhere to put the afterburners on to go get that pass.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Vikings. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Shotgun, 3 in the backfield. Quillen gets the snap. He'll roll out to his left. Looks to pass, fires, and it's batted away. Lushik on the coverage, knocked it down, and it'll be 4th down and 9 for the Vikings.
Great defensive play by Jay Sleshik, going there with the left hand to deflect that. He was in position to start with, and then doing the fundamentals of pass defense as that linebacker stops the clock. 10:57 to play, 3 and out, and that's exactly what the Burrows veterans that were on the sideline before this series began were talking about. 3 and out.
Sunram to boot it away. Gallagher to receive. He'll call the fair catch and make the grab at the 39-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Burrows from there. 10:52 remaining here in the ball game tonight. A 21-6 Hillsboro-Central Valley Burrow lead, as the Burrows looking for the proverbial knockout punch here on this drive. Touchdown, make it 21-6 late in the 4th quarter. Likely the sealer for the Burrows to go to 7-1.
Think there's going to be any ground and pound on this series?
2 receivers set, 1 to each side. Preston in the I formation. Fakes the give to Hebel. He'll take it himself up the middle. He'll get to the 44-yard line. A gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
And they've been getting more of the 4s and 5s, as I'm sure you'll attest to, Brady. Looking at your chart, it has been more of the 4s and 5s on the ground, and that's Hillsboro-Central Valley football at its best, when they're getting the 4s and 5s per carry. And just keep moving the chains and set themselves up and really keep that defense, where they can't load the box, but also they got to be worried about what goes deep over the top.
2nd down and 5. Preston under center, turns. He'll give it to Lushik. Lushik into the pile, but he's able to plunge ahead. He'll get a couple yards. That'll make it 3rd down and 3 for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Seeing here, too, along that offensive line, Martinez, he's having a much better second half, really getting off the ball well here for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Rage will check back in at a wide receiver position. He'll bring the play call in to Preston.
I think I said, Martinez, but I was looking at 71, Fondrick. My apologies.
Well, both of them a solid second half here, powering the Burrow ground game as Preston, the option play. Pitch is to Lushik, and not much there as the Viking defense read it. McKinney was the first one on the hit. A host of them pile on, and it'll be 4th down for the Burrows.
Yeah, and you said both of them. You're exactly right with Martinez and Fondrick, both the 70 and the 71. But Kindred's defense, will give them credit there, because they did what they needed to do. A quick 3 and out, 9 minutes to go in the game, 21-6. They'll have 2 back to receive this anticipated punt coming from Nathan Rage.
The first punt attempt for Hillsboro-Central Valley so far here tonight, as Rage will boot it away. The punt returners, 22, Jorgen Swenson. Number 1, Charlie Bewer, back to receive as angled it. It's taken, and it is bobbled and muffed, but Swenson able to get back on it, but no return yardage, as Kindred will have 1st and 10 from their 19-yard line.
Yeah, Johnson and Henkel and Belials and others were down there on special teams. Belials, as I mentioned after that last special teams, a little bit shaken up over here with the trainers. They were working on him, getting him back loosened up, and he's ready to go. He's a tough kid. Special teams, that's the kind of kids you want. I always say that the special players that make special plays, they're on special teams because they know how to get it done. Belials has been very active.
1st and 10, 8:33 remaining. As the deep bomb going towards the far side, intercepted. Parker Gallagher with the pick at the 45-yard line. His 7th interception of the season, and the Burros forced to take away. They're right back on it on offense.
I'm just going to say this. You can't play it any finer, any better than Parker Gallagher has again here tonight. He is in position and just week after week make plays. I go back to that game against Beulah, and Coach Olson talked about it on our post game that night where, Parker had missed one in the end zone, but he came back late in the game and made a play, and ever since, the kid's been making a lot of plays. And when you've got 7 interceptions, you're being tested. You're passing the grade every night.
1st and 10 for the Burros after the turnover, as Mitzel will get to the line of scrimmage. Not much more, as he's thrown down, wrapped on the tackle. As Bewer on the stop, the one that threw him to the ground, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
8:10 to play in the game, 21-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley has the lead tonight on their home field. Final home regular season game. Knowing coming into the game they'd be at home for a playoff game, but they're trying to get the region regular season championship and to position themselves for what they hope is another deep playoff run.
Rage and Fallsrud check back in for the Burros. Hebel Mitzel out. Empty backfield. Preston in the shotgun formation. Looks, finds a hole. He'll get to Viking territory as he'll get to the 47-yard line. A gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down for the Burros. So 3rd down and 4 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Clock still running. By the time they snap it, it's at 7:15. Now it'll be under 7 minutes. By the time they snap for 3rd down, as Gallagher back in, he'll bring the play call to Preston. Girls will break the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Preston, the shotgun snap. Rolling out, looking to throw. Now he'll look to pass. He cuts inside, breaks a tackle. We'll see where they mark it. He's at the 44-yard line, as the line judge to the Burros side indicates it'll be about a half-yard short. 4th down and a couple feet.
Yeah, big collision there with Preston and also with the linebacker Hyatt. Big collision, and now the Burros will change some personnel. Hebel was coming over. He's going to stay in. He'll bring the play call back into the huddle. Johnson has come in for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Lining up for it here with some power football coming at you is bringing some extra blockers in the backfield.
I'll put Passion back in at the fullback position. The give up the gut, and I don't know if he got it.
Close, very close.
Give was to Hebel, and they'll say he did. They'll say he gets a yard. So Gavin Mitzel on the carry. Just enough and a 1st down to move the chains for the Burros.
I think looked here just like a little bit of that, intelligence of I'm here, but I've got the ball in my hand. I'm just going to move my hand forward a little bit to get that ball there to that 1st down stick. And didn't need much, didn't get much, but they do get the 1st down, and the clock continues to run. 5:45 to play in the game.
New set of downs for the Burros. Preston under center on the I formation. Pitch to Mitzel, looking for the corner. Cuts back to the inside. Spins, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Inside the 35 to the 34 as B were the one on the tackle. But it'll be second down and short for HCV.
Yeah, and Beaver is shaken up on the play. He's still down on the field. Boy, Cole Hebel, he was throwing some blocks, and so were some others. Another Kindred Viking player is also down on the field. Unfortunately, you don't like to see this, so hopefully they're both going to get up and be okay. Injury timeout here on the field, 5:24 remaining. 21-6 on the Tim Cassette Golden Harvest seed sales scoreboard. We'll take this break, and no, we're going to keep it right here because both are able to get up, and that's great because Hyatt 52, he trots off on his own, and Bewar also, he's going to go off on his own. He's favoring a little bit the one leg or maybe the hip, something like that, but both are walking off on their own, and hey, we hope that they're going to be okay. This Kindred Viking football team, they know what's ahead of them is the playoff push, and they want to be healthy and get some of their key people, back with Heinrich hopefully able to come back for the playoffs. 5:18 now as the clock runs here, fourth quarter, 21-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley with an impressive second half in what they've been able to do.
Second down and 1 for the Burros. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Preston under center, I formation. Give this to Mitzel. Maybe a little bit confusion. Him and Preston bump into each other, but Preston Mitzel able to find a hole, and he's able to get a yard, and it'll be another first down for HCV.
Yeah, well,
not how you drew it up, but hey, it gets a yard. It gets the first down yardage to move the chains for Hillsboro-Central Valley while at the 32-yard line.
Ever hear that when you make something out of nothing? Right there's a visual definition of that.
Hyatt able to check back in for Kindred. First down and 10. Hebel, Mitzel in the backfield. Preston under center. Triple option. The give is to Hebel. Breaks a tackle inside the 20, but a flag thrown right near the line of scrimmage, and the preliminary indication is holding from the umpire. So back the Burros up once again.
Yeah, I was watching there. Martinez, he was blocking. I don't think he was involved in the hold. That's not why I bring up his name. I bring up his name because I was watching him block, and as he's played with so much more intensity in this second half and with emotion. And, if there's one thing, there's another injured Kindred player down in the field here. And, guys, one of the things that I've seen that I think is always needed in athletics is the mental toughness, but the emotion and the positive emotion that the Hillsboro-Central Valley guys up front, the offensive linemen especially, because the first half, they wouldn't have graded out very well with the penalty flags and just some things going on, and last week was a tough week, but the second half, the emotion they've played with and how they've been able to get off the ball and make things happen. We talk about the 4s and 5s versus the 1 and 2s and just that intensity and things. This has been a different group here in the second half. And that's something that they're going to want to take and ride with here over the next, 1 to 2 to however many weeks it gets to be.
It was high at the injured Kindred Viking, and he's unable to put really any weight on that right leg, being helped off to the sideline.
And hopefully he's going to be okay because he's a good football player, and they want to keep him in uniform and keep him on the field in the weeks ahead.
So
it looked like the trainer was looking at his right ankle. It didn't look like she was fussing with his knee or anything like that, which, hopefully is a good sign.
First down, 15 for the Burros. Turn give is to Mitzel. Patient. Now he'll cut back to the inside. He'll get to the 35, 34-yard line. A gain of about 4, and it'll be second down.
And we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Kindred Vikings.
So with 3:49 remaining in the fourth quarter, Hillsboro-Central Valley 21, Kindred 6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales Scoreboard, yourliveevent.com.
When it comes to insurance, you should be confident that you're choosing the best option. I'm Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro. Let's find and discuss the best insurance policy for your home, auto, farm, life, or business. Stop in to see Ryan Updahl or I at our Hillsboro office, or give us a call at 701-436-5777, or toll free at 1-800-498-5777. This is Rich Gerke of Farmers Union Insurance, and we look forward to doing business with you.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at FullServiceFoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Second down and 11 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Preston will turn around, give the snap to Mitzel. Mitzel sidesteps, gets inside the 30 to the 29. That'll make it third down and 8. As once again, Kindred, they'll take their second timeout of the game, of the half, as they'll look to stop the clock. As 3:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hillsboro-Central Valley 21, Kindred 6. YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales Scoreboard.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
Third down and 7 for Hillsboro-Central Valley at the 29-yard line. If you are Kindred here with the time remaining in the deficit, really this is your final stand for the defense. Need to stop here and then need to get working quickly on offense. Preston under center. I'll put Passion back in at the fullback position. The power toss to Lushik, and not much there as he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. As McHenry and among a number of Kindred Vikings on the stop, as that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, credit McKinney and others that they actually are able to pursue him from behind the lead block, as you said, with Passion lining up in the backfield and also with Hebel. They were out in front, but some blocks in the backside maybe weren't what they all wanted to have happen from the Hillsboro-Central Valley side, but credit the Kindred players for tracking that down. They do use their final timeout here with 3:31 to play in the game. 21-6 Hillsboro-Central Valley with a couple of second half touchdowns, extending their halftime lead when it was 7-6. So fourth and 7 is what the Burros are looking at. We'll see what they dial up offensively to try to get the finishing touch here with another first down. Kindred defense wanting the stop to put the ball back in the hands of their offense, and they have the capabilities of striking quick.
So fourth down and 7, empty backfield. Preston looking back to pass, firing Gallagher as incomplete. It looks like a little miss time on the route as Gallagher didn't turn his head, and so it falls incomplete, and a turnover on downs. First and 10 for Kindred from the 29-yard line, 3:27 remaining.
And Parker had some space there too, as he said, the timing or whatever it was. I think that was there earlier tonight too, and they ran that in the first half.
So 3:27, the Vikings out of timeouts, trailing by 15. To score and try to score quickly for the Kindred offense.
McKinney's out wide to the right, actually. 3 receivers right, 1 left.
As McQuillan, shotgun set. He'll get the snap, looks, fires, trying to set up a screen. Nothing there as he's sacked in the backfield as Dylan By, untouched, delivers the hit and a big loss on first down.
Yeah, Dylan By. I think he was thinking that McQuillan, was going to be, busting loose, and he wanted to protect up and whatever, and gave him a big push, and that was enough. Now By again with the pressure, and now the ball comes loose. They're going to say incomplete though right away.
So I'll say no
Lots
possession
Wow.
once again. As again, the Burros, the offensive line here in an obvious patching situation, The defense looking, I guess, looking their chops here. Just a straight bull rush. It's worked as it'll be 3rd down and 22 with 3:01 remaining.
Well, licking their chops, but I'll tell you what, Brady, those first 2 plays, they got a little bit of a taste of that grilled steak off the T-bone there.
3rd and 22. McQuillan rolling out, sets, looking to fire, looking for a man deep, and it is incomplete. Gallagher on the coverage as he was looking for McKinney along the far sideline, and it's 4th down and 22, 2:54 remaining in the game.
Yeah, the Hillsboro-Central Valley defense, overall tonight has played pretty well.
So last chance here for the Vikings. It's a 4th down and 22, as actually they will look to punt it. As Sunrum with the punt, high punt. And Preston will call the fair catch at the 48-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for Hillsboro-Central Valley from there.
Well, 1 first down here would about seal the deal with 2:48 to play in the game. 21-6 seal the deal if you're a Hillsboro-Central Valley Borough fan, and if you're the Kindred Viking fans with yourliveevent.com tonight, you want that defense to come up with a quick turnover or a big play or something to give yourselves a chance. A lot of crazy things can happen in the final 2:48. So Burrows, they're going to want to get a first down, put this thing into the bank.
Preston under center, 3 in the backfield. He'll turn, give it to Lushik. Lushik just follows the blockers, keeps those feet moving inside the 45 to the 44, a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
You want your running backs to be old-style ball carriers right now. Both arms wrapped around that ball. That thing is tucked into your tummy real tight, and nothing is getting that ball out of there.
Old school. We're in North Dakota. You'd think of Dave Osborne out of Candu.
Yes.
2:10, play clock at 5. Preston under center. Turns, give to Lushik once again. Cuts back to the inside. Inside the 40 to the 38. As we'll see where they mark it. And indeed, it is a first down, a 6-yard carry. And the Burros with a fresh set of downs, 1:58 remaining.
Radar, you're too young, but we could also throw in there Bill Boom Boom Brown.
That's exactly who I was thinking of when I brought the point up. That's scary.
Speaking of scary, Radar, do you want a story from Burke?
Oh, absolutely. I always want a Burke story.
Bill Boom Boom Brown picked Burke up, hoisted me above his shoulders when I was 8 years old so I could dunk a basketball when the Vikings were on their basketball tour.
Yeah, that sounds like Andrew Grothman one time back when I was about 7, picking me up, letting me dunk as well. Carry towards the 30 on the give to Cole Hebel as he'll pick up a gain of 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 2.
You know what the difference of that story is, though, Radar? Andrew Grothman had to pick up a hell of a heavier kid at 7 with you than Bill Boom Boom Brown did with me at my age.
I was thinking it. I was hoping you weren't going to say it.
That's cold. That is cold.
It's a cool night.
2nd down and 2.
Cucumbers are still on the vines.
As the give to Hebel follows his blockers. We'll see where they mark it. And indeed, it's enough for a first down.
You can mark this one in the book.
One more snap.
So the Burros.
You can take the marker and you can put a W by it on the side of Hillsboro-Central Valley with a very solid second half. It really was.
15 seconds difference between the play and game clock. So the Burros one kneel down as Preston will take the knee. And the Burros, they will not have to snap it again as Hillsboro-Central Valley, they will improve to 7-1 on the season. The Kindred Vikings will fall to 4-1, the first defeat for the Vikings as Hillsboro-Central Valley, you mentioned a big second half, 14 points in that second half to propel them as a final on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seed Sales scoreboard. Hillsboro-Central Valley 21, Kindred 6, your final. As we'll take a break, we'll wrap it up. Our post-game report is coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Big Tex is a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Ben at 701-261-9779 or Tim at 701-430-0877.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro.
Back here, yourliveevent.com in Hillsboro-Central Valley, the 21-6 victory here tonight, your final. The Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seed Sales scoreboard. First quarter, Hillsboro-Central Valley able to get on the scoreboard. Nathan Rage, a 46-yard touchdown reception. PAT was good to make it 7-0. The Vikings able to answer midway through the second quarter, as with 5:15 remaining. Matthew Pearson, a 20-yard touchdown reception. PAT was no good, and at halftime, it was a 7-6 Hillsboro-Central Valley lead. The second half really belonged to Hillsboro-Central Valley, able to get a couple of touchdowns to help seal the deal, as Parker Gallagher, a 20-yard touchdown reception with 4:55 remaining in the third quarter to make it 14-6 after the PAT. And the Burros seal it with 11:49 remaining in the game, as Caden Passion, they line him up in fullback. They give it to him. He plunges forward 2 yards for a Burro touchdown to make it 21-6, as that is your final here tonight on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazet Seed Sales scoreboard. As Burke down on the field, we've got a couple of players. If you're ready for them, we can send it over to you. As we'll send it over to Burke down on the field.
Yeah, thanks for turning on my microphone. That helps. As I'm with Caden Passion for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Caden, congrats on the win, 21-6. I'm not even going to talk about the first half, because I'm going to talk about the second half, because you guys came out and really, really got after it. Talk about it.
Yeah, second half, we really stepped it up. Everyone was on their blocks. We blocked blocked to the whistle, and the intensity was up there. So
The intensity, the emotion, but as offensive linemen together, coming off the ball together with a purpose.
yeah, communication was big. We stepped to the line with a purpose that second half, and we meant business.
Really didn't adjust anything in who you were blocking or how you were blocking. It was more of an attitude, wasn't it?
It was the mentality. Like Coach always says, it's between the ears.
I was watching you for a few plays consecutively in the second half, and I described it with a compliment that I hope you accept as a compliment. I used the word nasty, but if you use the word nasty about a football player playing on the offensive line, that means they're getting things done. Congrats on your work. How about defensively, though? Just much better second half there, too.
Right, yeah. We knew they were going to pass the ball a lot the second half, so we stepped up to where we were supposed to be and made the plays that we were supposed to.
Talk some about the pressure on you linebackers, because some of the outside guys had to really come up and help in some pass defense.
Yeah, we had to protect the middle of the field, which didn't do the best of the first half, but second half we were there.
This is something you can build upon, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We got more to do.
Caden, thank you. Congrats. Keep up the good work. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
You bet. Caden Pashtian for the Burros. Let's bring in one of these offensive linemen. Mason Fondrick is going to be joining us, number 71. I know you've been looking forward to this interview time, man. And I tell you, you looked at me and you said, like, who, me? What? I've been waiting for this. And what did I say? I'll tell the listeners what I said. I said, you're here because you finally played with some emotion and you guys got after it. Talk about the second half.
Well, I think after the first half, we realized the mistakes for at least the offensive line. We missed a couple blocks. I missed a couple blocks. I think Coach O kind of yelled at us a little bit in the locker room when he's telling us what we needed to do. And I think after we figured out their formations a little bit, we called out our blocks and we got it done.
Communications and didn't really change a whole lot, I didn't think, other than just communicated and got a hat on a hat and a pad on a pad and got it done.
Yeah. I think a lot of it was just they shifted a lot more during the second half. And I think like me and the two guards, we really called out our blocks and we just hammered down and we didn't stop until the whistle blew.
Didn't you get off the ball better, though, in the second half?
Oh, yeah. Yep, for sure. Oh, we knew they were going to do that shift, and that's what kind of got us in the first half. We got, I think, a couple penalties for that. And we were expecting it, and we kind of knew the call. We talked in the huddles a lot, so we were just excited just to get off the ball and just pound some heads.
How do you take this, though, and build upon this? Because, last week was what it was. The first half tonight was what it was. But throw that out the mirror and don't look at it because those objects aren't that close. But then in the second half, what you did, how do you use that as a building point here heading into the final regular season game next week?
Yeah, well, last week against Castleton, our offense, we kind of struggled. And in the first half, we struggled a little bit, too. I think we just we worked hard in practice. We got our blocks down. We made sure our linemen were all on the same page. We knew if we made big enough holes, our running backs were going to get there. As long as you just keep the momentum, keep practicing hard. I know everyone in the locker room's excited, so I think if we keep this momentum, we're in the dome.
Mason, thanks. Congrats. Keep working hard and keep showing me some emotion when you're on the field, all right?
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Mason Fondrick here, and we're going to also talk with number 7, Parker Gallagher. Parker, touchdown catch, great, and, played clean on special teams, and you got the kicks to go through the upright. I'm talking to you, though, in my mind, because of what you did defensively tonight. Another pick, but you were in position every time I watched you. Congrats. Heck of an effort by you.
Thank you. Yeah, the coaches, they told me I got to stay over top of the wide receiver because he's good, he's tall. So I just stayed on top of him and then was able to make the plays.
How much fun is that, though, as a competitor? Because you knew you were going to be challenged. Mentally, you knew you were going to be challenged. Physically, because, hey, he's a tall dude. He's a stud. He's a great athlete and a heck of a wide receiver. How do you prepare for a game like this when you know all week long that 7's going to be on 3?
You just got to watch lots of film. You got to know the routes they're about to run, and you got to be prepared for them.
How about overall defensively, though? I thought your linebackers were doing a pretty good job, too, of helping you out in some of that pass coverage up at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, definitely. On the deep outs that 3 was running, Jace made great plays. He was able to get there and then I can stay back and watch and make sure he doesn't do an out and up.
Can I ask you to talk about Jace, because I wanted to talk to Jace, but he slipped away. I thought Jace helped defensively and was in on a lot of plays, but I also thought offensively his leadership of how hard he ran in that second half, I thought really led this ball club.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of the hardest workers on our team. He makes the plays, and he's constantly focused.
What do you take out of this game tonight, other than a win, but in the big picture?
Just a ton of confidence and a lot more skill gained.
Parker, thanks. We'll let you go warm up. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Number 7, Parker Gallagher. He got number 7 as far as interceptions go here tonight. That's our players here on our post-game report. We're going to keep it right here with the head coach, Scott Olson for Hillsboro-Central Valley. What's that?
7 that was a good intro.
Hey, thanks, 7. You know me, I'm just a man of words, and I don't know how I do it. But can we move this way a little bit? I think the camera, I'm sorry, camera person, I know you don't like us to walk, but I'm just a receptioner. I need to move just a little bit. They just wanted to have that wide angle for the two of us to fit in. All right. Head coach Scott Olson for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. 21-6 winners over a good, solid Kindred football team. I let the players, I wouldn't ask them about the first half, but I'm going to ask you about the first half to begin our conversation, but we're going to talk a lot more about the second half. First half, the storyline here, what was going on?
Yeah, just not making good decisions. We have opportunities where they made some plays on a couple of interceptions, but then we fumble it twice on plays where we have no business fumbling it, and it's just this lack of focus, and that's something that we have to shore up over the rest of the year. I think in the second half I think we did a way better job of keeping our focus and making good decisions.
Halftime talk. You must have given a really good speech, read a book to him, and this is all okay because, Spot sees this and run there and get it done.
Yeah, it was all the halftime speech. No, I put it on them. It's their team. It's their decisions and the choices they make are their outcomes that they get. And it's plays that were there to be made. And start that third quarter, I thought our running backs changed things along with our offensive line. Gavin had a set the tone, I think, with Jace in there too at the start of the third quarter, and both those backs ran just a little bit harder than they had in the first half. And we didn't get much opportunities in the first half either, but we spread it out different formations, and we put a new one in there with just Sam in the backfield, and had to try something different than last week. What we did last week, we didn't cut it.
You brought up Jay Slashik and Gavin Mitchell. I had said during the broadcast, and I brought it up to Parker Gallagher after the game as well. I was hoping to talk to Jace because I really thought that Jace, his leadership by example of how hard he ran, really, really set the tone. And maybe that also helped give some confidence or some juice to those linemen up front.
Playing a little bit harder is infectious. It can go through the team a little. It sparks them, and the backs set the tone on that. Everybody sees the backs and how hard they run. They don't always see the linemen on the inside, but they see how hard the backs run. And it was fun to watch. It was a long time coming from those two, and we're going to look forward to that the rest of the year.
Let's talk about the boys up front. They don't get a lot of loving. It was hard to give them a lot of loving in the first half tonight. I'll admit that, but. Hey, they're kids. They accepted the challenge. They came out. They played with emotion in the second half.
Yeah, it was. We challenged them at halftime. We said, "What do you want to? We can go in this game and be a 2-score game where we can win this game, or it's going to be a tight game the rest of the way." And we put on our leaders, and those guys responded.
Defensively, talk about the group there.
Yeah, we put Parker on 3 there, the big receiver, and we thought we were going to be all right there. And it was 3 jump balls, 1 went out of bounds here, and 1 interception Parker had, and another one he knocked down. So he's their go-to guy in terms of that deep ball, and 0 for 3 against Parker. So I thought he did a really good job.
Your linebackers were swarming around again tonight.
Yeah, our kids, they run around. They're athletes, and it's a luxury to have, and we got depth there too. Devin Hancock came in, and then Gavin Mitchell came in, and when Cole was banged up, and then our D line got off at the end there with that in this passing situation.
Second half was more of your identity, wasn't it? Ground pound, get the 4s and 5s, not the 1s and 2s. consistency to set up what you can do on a big play opportunity.
Yeah, and then with that, and then Nate has some nice calls with the bubbles and the RPOs that we have, and our run game sets a tone. It's what our identity is, like you said, and it's something that we got to be aggressive on and keep going to.
Well, this was a big one to get tonight.
Huge. We take care of business next week. We have 2 home playoff games, and the road to the Dome is going through Hillsboro.
How about Valley City next Saturday afternoon?
I know they haven't achieved to what their potential was. They got some really good players. They're well coached. We have to be ready. We're on the road to Valley City on a Saturday, and I doubt there's going to be fans there. So it's a different atmosphere. But these guys we're hopefully laser focused and ready to go.
Scott, thank you so much. Good to work with you again here tonight. We'll see you next week, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet. Good luck next week. Head coach Scott Olson for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Should make mention as well here is we're on yourliveevent.com tonight. Next Saturday's game at Valley City, Radar and Burke will be there. It will be live on 106.5 KRJB radio. We are not allowed to do video there next week, so we will be live on 106.5 KRJB next Saturday afternoon for Borough football on the road at Valley City. Also, this quick programming note, Radar is going to be coming back here on our post-game report with more stats and information. He'll also be having cross-country reports tomorrow. Those reports coming from the regional cross-country at Cooperstown. Those reports will be heard on 106.5 KRJB radio for tomorrow of cross-country for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Final tonight, yourliveevent.com. We thank you. Here it was 21-6. The Burros defeating Kindred here at yourliveevent.com. Post-game report continues with Brady in the booth when we come right back.
Harvest is here, and that means we need to be careful. This is Reed with Irie Insurance, and we want to take a minute to make sure everyone across North Dakota and Minnesota not only have a safe harvest, but to remind others to pay extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. Farmers, have a great harvest, and everyone else be safe too. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Dagelman Industries is hiring for the following full-time positions at their Hillsboro location: welders, assembly workers, warehouse workers, and general laborers. Dagelman provides a 4 or 5 day work week schedule, industry-leading pay, and a benefits package, on-the-job training, opportunities for advancement, and a work culture that is second to none. To apply, call 701-636-1876 or email usajobs@dagelman.com or stop by the Hillsboro office and fill out an application. Dagelman Industries, Hillsboro, North Dakota.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Findlay Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Findlay Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or 01-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Findlay or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at findlaymotors.com.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, as it's time to name some awards. As first, we'll start with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for Hillsboro-Central Valley. We got to give some love to those players on the offensive line. Number 70, Amy Martinez, able, in conjunction with the right tackle, Caden Passion, really able to open up some holes in the ground game. Much improved in the second half as compared to the first half. They had a total of they had 28 yards of rushing in the first half. They finished with 152, so 149 rushing yards in that second half. So the right guard, Army Martinez. Also got to give the honorable mentions, give the shout-outs to center Mason Fondrick, the left guard Cody Hewitt, and the left tackle Dylan By as your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. The Enbridge Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supported jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost and bring extra county tax revenue for years to come and a steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. Enbridge is focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. As we'll move along here as well and name our next award, as that is our Arctic Enterprises Precision Play of the Game here tonight. As we'll go back, the first scoring touchdown, Nathan Rage, a 46-yard touchdown catch in the near corner of the end zone. That put the Burros on the scoreboard. That gave them a lead that they would not relinquish here tonight. So Nathan Rage, a 46-yard touchdown pass in the latter stages of the first quarter. 2:13 remaining in quarter number one. That is your Arctic Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. Arctic Enterprises, Hillsboro, and Drayton. Visit them online at planterdoc.com. And one final play, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection here tonight. As a similar story, we'll give that third quarter, Parker Gallagher, the 20-yard touchdown catch that extended the Burro lead. It went from a 1-point lead to a 8-point lead as Parker Gallagher, a 20-yard diving touchdown catch right at the goal line in the far side over here on the south end zone. Parker Gallagher able to extend the lead with 4:55 remaining in the third quarter. Parker Gallagher, really can name a lot of things on the connection for him tonight as well. 3 for 3 on the extra points. Also the interception, his 7th interception of the season. Our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust. Visit them online at halsteadtel.com. Take one final break, then we'll wrap it up with our final stats. Those are next on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
yourliveevent.com. Our final segment here tonight as Hillsboro-Central Valley, the 21-6 win. We'll run down here our post-game, our final statistics here for both teams. We'll start with the visitors in Kindred. 166 yards of total offense, 59 on the ground, 47 through the air. They were led in rushing by number 24, Trey Heinrich, 17 carries, 51 yards. Jorgen Swenson, 4 carries for 13 yards. Max McQuillan, 11 carries for 4 yards. And Caleb Kablundi, 1 carry for -9 yards. Passing wise, Max McQuillan for Kindred, 5 of 12 in the contest for 47 yards and an interception, also a touchdown pass as well. Receiving wise, they were led by number 3, Ethan McKinney, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Matthew Pearson, 1 reception, 20 yards, and a touchdown. And Charlie Bewer with 1 reception for 5 yards. For Hillsboro-Central Valley, their final statistics, 152 yards on the ground, 169 through the air, a total offense of 321 yards. Rushing-wise, they were led by number 15, Jace Lushik, 12 carries, 56 yards. Sam Preston, 12 carries, 53 yards. Gavin Mitchell, 8 carries for 31 yards. Cole Hebel, 2 carries for 10 yards. And Caden Bastion, 1 carry for 2 yards and a touchdown. Passing-wise for Hillsboro-Central Valley, Sam Preston, 8 of 12 on the evening tonight, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They were led in receiving by number 2, Nathan Rage, 2 receptions for 78 yards. Patrick Lemke, 2 catches for 42 yards. Parker Gallagher, 3 receptions for 43 yards and a touchdown. Rage also with a touchdown as well. And Cole Hebel, 1 reception for 6 yards. Bros, they committed a total of 7 penalties for 40 yards. For Kindred, it was 2 penalties for 15 yards. The Burros they committed a total of 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. For Kindred, 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception. As those are your final stats here tonight on yourliveevent.com. As Hillsboro-Central Valley, they advance to 7-1 on the season. Their final game of the year next Saturday afternoon against Valley City. Again, we will have that coverage for you on 106.5 FM KRJB on the radio side. Also, rjbroadcasting.com to listen live that next Saturday afternoon from Valley City. We're Mark Forseth up above, providing the camera work for Keith Meyer, right next beside me, working the computer. Also, a big thank you to Jim Berkmeyer down on the field, our sideline reporter. I'm Radar Brady Siebel saying thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. And we thank you for watching yourliveevent.com.
All jobs are essential, especially yours. In District 20, your team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert will focus on strengthening our economy and job creation. They believe in increased funding for K-12 education and strong support for Mayville State. As farmers, Lem, Belts, and Hagert know that agriculture will always be the backbone of the North Dakota economy. Elect your District 20 team of Randy Lem, Mike Belts, and Jared Hagert.
Paid for by friends of Mike Belts, Ham Johnson, Treasurer.